Welcome back. This episode's a little late. That's okay. It's also our first radio play adventure. So, those of you who tune in for our spectacular maps and other visuals will unfortunately be disappointed, but hopefully the spirited banter of our tenacious crew will keep you around. In today's episode, entitled Captive and Commanders, we are down a few players, but the ones who are there soldier bravely on in the continued search for Badger or anything Badger shaped, related, or similar to. They are able to question the ever elusive Yanan finally, and end up trekking off into the wintry wilds of the north, where they learn about frost giants and their peculiarly familiar habits. We hope you enjoy.
We're off to adventure to go roll the dice. Come seize your advantage and you'll roll them twice. Even if we lose our way, we'll make a journey someday. Something awaits you, so wake us away. Who knows what role you'll play? Who knows what role you'll play?
Alright, no more dicking around. We're here. This is our little party. We're a sad little party.
We fine.
But we're here.
Fine.
Everything's fine.
We're here.
And Michael's left.
Michael left?
No.
I just muted.
Oh, okay. Oh my god, please no.
Basically, I might be louder than everybody because this software is meant for streaming, but...
Right. Well, we'll just make it work. Okay. Now, again, Sin not here today. Twinkie not here today. Next, of course, Unextended not here today. Sin has given me specific instructions that I have...
Is the nobody liked that option whenever a dialogue thing comes up?
No. It's, I have to use Zone of Truth on Yanan, and you guys have to interrogate her thoroughly. I can't do it because I would know what questions to ask. So that's the instruction, and if need be, imagine Xylan standing over her shoulder with his arms crossed, staring daggers at you while you ask questions. And you better do it
Can
right.
I do a Xylan impression real quick?
You gotta do it.
Wum.
Yeah, exactly. He's counting on you guys to interrogate thoroughly.
Okay, I'm ready to start recording whenever.
Alright. Yeah, I'm ready whenever you guys are.
Recording is live.
Huzzah. Alright.
Oh.
It's alive!
See how well this works. Again, housekeeping notes. We're missing Sin, we're missing Twinkie, we're missing Nex. So it'll be a skeleton crew today. But hopefully we'll get some stuff done. In our last...
Because they stop us from getting stuff done, usually.
No. They just... Everyone's got different agendas, and they all have different priorities, and what have you. Okay. So, last episode, Kern was still on Rock Bottom Farm.
Yep.
Because he was hallowing the area. And Hildreth had spent some time there, but then he got a Pegasus taxi to Solskin up north. And that's where the rest of the group was in the market talking to Imna as Yanan herself drove up, accompanied by another wagon of what appeared to be a performance troupe of some sort. And that is where we cut. the appearance of Yanon.
Right, yes, this cliffhanger.
Yes, this cliffhanger from 2 sessions ago. So we will pick back up and put on some different music here. That was just my old music. There we go. That shouldn't be foreboding at all, don't worry about it.
Does anyone else see a grid?
I see a 1 inch by 1 inch lattice of squares in front of me.
I do not.
Oh, you guys are still on Rock Bottom Farm. Let me move you.
Ooh. That is...
D&D characters have to be traumatized by floor tiling occasionally.
I imagine, yes. I imagine tiles.
Or the back of any wrapping paper that you have that has like those 1 inch by 1 inch grid.
Yeah.
On them.
The cutting guidelines. Yeah, I'm sure they are. Okay. So we will pick up in the marketplace of Soulskin. Very briefly to basically remove Hildreth. Hildreth will be skulking away during this exchange for unknown.
Wait, no, we need him. He has the
eyeball. He can't. He skulks away. He skulks. As the spookiest and sneakiest of Hildreths. He has to skulk away. Don't worry about that. This is our grid. Very nice. So we will start with... Actually, we should probably start with Kern and get Kern up here since we have so few of you guys today. So while Hildreth is skulking, Kern, you are ending your 24-hour hollow spell.
Grandpalooza.
Yes. To slowly come to your wits in the bedroom of Rock Bottom Farm. You are all by yourself. You can tell there have been sort of footprints back and forth, like a chair is moved. There's obviously been people that have been in and out, but you've been sort of mentally checked out. So you didn't notice that they were there. But your spell has been completed, and you are gently assaulted by the smell of rain.
That's how I know it worked.
What would you like to do?
Or it's raining.
Or it's raining.
One of the two.
Well, I mean, it's kind of the same thing. Yeah. I'll just let out a long, tired sigh. And then head out to where I think there's people.
Well, Kit is inside of her kitchen. She seems a little tweaked out. More so than usual. She keeps putting things down and walking away from them, then coming back to pick them up again. If there are other people in the house, you don't hear or sense them.
Seeing that she's kind of frazzled, I'm not going to make sudden movements. I'm going to go up and just like knock on the edge of like a door frame to let her know that there's somebody else in the house behind her.
For all your gentle approach, she still jumps easily half a foot, even at the soft wrap against a door frame. Thankfully, she's not holding anything to drop. When she spins on a heel, sees it's you, and has like an audible exhale. Yeah, okay. You're better. You're awake. You're done. I don't know what the right word is.
Yeah. I was finished putting up a layer of protection around your house.
Oh. Thank you. We'll be double protected then, I suppose. It's always good. Yeah. Very good. All your friends have gone. The silver one, he left last. I'm not sure where he went. he might be still on the farm. I don't really. It's been a strange day.
Strange how?
Well, you're also. We're used to travelers. You're also different, and it's just different customs and methods of. I don't know. You're very different. You're all just very, very different. And yes, you did. There was much speculation.
I'll just
yes, Hildreth
go
is
up
very
and
Hildreth.
I'll just go up and sit down. Like, well, sometimes different is strange. Sometimes different is good. I'm sorry if I know my friends are a handful.
No, they're fine.
I give her a look like, really?
Yeah, she keeps insisting until she puts her hands up. No, they're fine. I can't say I understand everything they all say at any given time.
That makes two of us.
Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one then, because it's very confusing. Not that we don't love having you all here. It's been nice. Usually travelers don't stay so long, but it's different but good. Different is good. So I'm not sure if your silver friend is still here, but everyone else they left as far as I know. They weren't very open about where they were going, though, so I hope you know where they went.
Well, no, but I'm sure I'll run into them some way, somewhere.
It's a lot of forest around here.
Yeah. They have a tendency. I'll just go towards the loudest, most chaotic sound of trouble, and they'll probably be there.
She just laughed. That sounds like you have some experience in dealing with them. Not that they're not lovely people, because they are. They're very lovely people.
You just see like the years that this party has aged Kern
yes.
just come across his face.
Visibly older. The psychic damage taking hold. So she's kind of eased herself into a chair now. As you guys have been talking, she seems a little calmer. So are you heading after them, or were you planning to stay until they return?
I'm not entirely sure. If they're close by, I'll stay, but if they've gone a bit farther, I should probably follow, because, well, they have a tendency to get themselves in trouble.
Yeah, I can see where that would be an issue.
But
well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if Reg saw them go or anything. Like, the guys outside might know more. I don't. Okay. They didn't tell me. Are you hungry?
Starving.
So she immediately, like, she's actually taken. It's a fairly large size plate. It's almost like a serving plate size dish, but it is absolutely piled high with sausages and toast, and you can see she stuffed some fruit in there, but she's tied a napkin around it and sort of hidden it in the back of the oven so nobody else could get to it. And she pulls it out, and she has to hold it with two hands, but she puts it down in front of you and removes the napkin so you can see. She saved you this huge plate of food, and she brings you some water and a mug, because that's all she's got. There is no heart-shaped card tied to it. She doesn't have construction paper. She lives in the boons. Paper's expensive. But yes, massive pile of food for you. I saved you some just in case.
Just he smiles. He's like, "Thank you. I know I keep harping on this. I know we've been difficult, and I'm extremely thankful for looking out after us."
Heart-shaped sausage. No, it's been nice to have you. It's always good to meet different people. So I'll let you eat. And she is, from the sound of it, she sort of tiptoes out of the kitchen, but you can hear her little footsteps going down the hall. It sounds like she's headed towards the guest bedroom, probably to remake it.
All right, cool.
So you are
while she's gone.
Mm-hmm.
I do have sending craft.
Yay.
I'm going to, while she's not there, so that she doesn't freak out about me doing any more goddamn magic stuff.
You say after casting it aside.
Well, that was like.
Well, but that's
just
protection.
Right.
Yeah, that's a priestly thing.
Yeah. I'll do a sending spell to. The last time I sent it to Davynn, he got most of the way through, and like I wasn't even able to get.
I have no idea what you're talking
I wasn't
about.
able to get
That is always the image of.
Davynn's messages are always the best.
Yeah, I think I'll send something to Lana.
Okay.
Just be like, finish the ritual. Where are you guys? Are you in danger?
What have you broken? Love.
I imagine this message cuts in mid-interrogation. So it's like, no, we're not going to break her toe. Oh, hi, Kern.
For the sake
Tell him
of
the name of the town we're in that I definitely haven't forgotten.
Oh, Soulskin. But
Soulskin.
he wouldn't. I mean, Kern wouldn't know what it was either.
Well, if I haven't.
But yeah, having the name. But yeah, you wouldn't have known the name before you left. You would know the name once you were there.
Yeah.
Lana. So yeah, just to.
We're in Soulskin.
There you go.
Give a general direction. I have no idea what that direction is.
North.
It's been a month.
Go north.
Go north. I'll send the horse to pick you up.
Horse? Oh, Biscuit? Is Island sending Biscuit down?
Yeah.
No. But you don't know that because there's only one back.
Yeah, there's only one. Only one reply.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm not going to waste another 3rd level spell.
Going brisket?
Mama, who was that? Was that
Yeah, it was
Kern?
Kern. You finished?
Okay, did you tell him that we found Yunnan, who is currently walking towards
Nope.
us? And,
Don't want him to worry, you know?
Alright.
yeah, okay. Also, yeah, Zylan, we're not gonna break her toes.
Wom, 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 wom. Disappointed Cylon's Island. Alright, so Kern is being picked up. Pegasus is en route. Hildreth has snuck away sneakily, as he does, in the hubbub. And, yes.
I assume you told me where the Pegasus was going to be.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
like
Pegasus.
on the outskirts near blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Cool. In that case, I will make a big to-do about going back into the room I was just in and then coming out with like a piece of paper with scribbles on it and being like, oh, they left me a note where I was where they were going. I just didn't notice because I was too tired.
Alright. Which, I mean...
That way I can get directions to Skull.
Yeah, Kit will totally buy that. Kit will absolutely buy that. One thing she can't read, so it doesn't matter. But
oh, ouch.
Yeah, she will totally buy that. She goes, oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
So you're heading out.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out.
Okay.
We'll be back though.
Okay. Well, I'll be right here. The farm will be right here. We'll all be right here whenever you guys decide to come back through.
Okay.
So she's...
Is there anything bothering you, Kit? Like, just seem a little off.
Oh, if you ask anybody, I'm always a little off. She pushes past you into the kitchen. She comes back out with another napkin. I made you a sandwich, though.
Thank you.
And I put cookies in there. And she just points to the napkin in your hands. No, on top, in the napkin. But you don't put cookies in a sandwich.
Oh man, that would have been awesome.
Oh, you could do that later if you want to. No. And so she's like, okay. So she's almost like hurting you outside the door. She really doesn't want to deal with this anymore. She's like, she's very gently hurting you outside.
Like, is she just embarrassed, or is she
Yes.
like trying to like?
No. She's like super, like she wants to escape the situation, but it's her house, so she can't leave. So she's trying to make you go. But yes, she's visibly embarrassed. She is blushing. She is just like all kinds of scattered. So.
All right, if that's the case, then
Yes, yeah, she's clearly in a situation she does not know how to get herself out of, so she's just going to push you out the door.
All right, so I'll just be like, "Thanks for the cookies and sandwich.
Yep.
We'll be back."
Okay.
And then I just give her a quick hug.
Oh God. Okay, she's just a stiff board. It's like, okay, thank you. We'll see you all soon. Goodbye. Shuts the door. Like milliseconds after you leave the door frame, door is shut.
She was left on the doorstep with the faint hint of strawberry.
Oh, Kern, breaking hearts wherever you go.
I mean,
I know
it's just a normal thing, right? Like,
it
somebody
is.
put you up in the house.
Yeah, I know. I love it though. It cracks me up. Okay, so Kern is on his way to find the Pegasus to reunite with the crew, who is now staring down, well, various forms of staring down. Yanon, who, just as a refresher from the end of the last session, is a middle-aged, appears to be human woman. She's got sort of steely gray hair. It's braided and wrapped around her head. Her clothes are very working person clothes. They're very rough leather and canvas. And they're in decent repair, but they are definitely, they've definitely seen a lot of use. She has her blue covered wagon with some small donkeys and some massive goats walking behind it, and it's pulled by a single horse. So she's jumping down at the edge of the market. She doesn't seem to have either seen Imna or recognized that Imna is aware of her presence. She is kind of just patting down her wagon, like she's checking the wheels, as the performance troupe also pulls up off to one side of her. But they are, the performance troupe is a much more flamboyant affair. The wagon is twice as large as Yanon's. It is covered, the ribbing on the outside is covered with ribbons that flutter as it moves, silver and gold and red and pink and purple, just all of these colors. There appears to be half a dozen people, 6 or 7 folks, that are climbing in and out of it. A lot of raucous noise as they get settled in. It looks like they're looking for a place to set up. So very different sort of pictures between Yanon and the wagon next to her. So what would you guys like to do? I know what Xylan wants to do.
Noel raises a very good question. Why did we let Hildreth walk off with the Hagstone?
Because he snuck away.
Because he's doing secret stuff.
He's secret.
I will turn to Hildreth and be like, Hildreth, come on, now's your check. Hildreth? Damn it. Okay, I guess we'll have to do this the old-fashioned way.
Yep.
Hi, are you Yunnan, perchance?
Davynn screams across the marketplace. And Yunnan picks her head up at the sound of her name. It comes heading in your direction, general direction.
I'm just gonna keep this up.
Okay.
Of this conversation.
That's fine. You will pick up quite a bit. But most of it is abjuration. It seems to be predominantly hallow spells and other minor clerical magics that you're picking up. Which
no suspect animal transformation spells.
Not there's no transmutation that you're picking up at the moment, no. Other than you, of course. So Yunnan starts wandering in your direction, dusting her hands off on her pants. Approaches the crew. Nods at Imna, but then looks at you, Davynn. Huh?
A review for those of us who haven't played in the month.
Oh my gosh.
We are looking for Yunnan because we believe that she is
maybe
a hag,
yes,
because she bought some of those transformed animals, as far as we can tell.
Yeah, you're
That
looking
sounds right.
yes, you're looking for Yunnan because that's the trader that Reg told you he sold livestock to. And you've been trying to track her down.
Hi, I'm Davynn from Whitfeld. I was hoping that I could ask you a few questions, Yunnan.
Have we met?
No, we just have.
She sounds like her face is set to say something that's probably going to be smart ass, but then she stops and kind of chuckles a little bit. Fair enough.
I'm a friend of the people down on Rock Bottom Farm. I know that you've dealt with them before, right?
Among others, yeah.
Yeah, I had some questions about, I think it was animals that you purchased from them?
Probably. I buy livestock from them. I haven't been to Rock Bottom Farm in, I don't even know. Been a little under the weather lately.
How long would you say?
Few months.
At a guess?
Half year. Tops.
Does that track with what we had heard?
See, that's where it gets tricksy. Roll an intelligence check, anyone who cares to remember.
I'll try.
Oh, Troy.
Lana, this is you.
Yeah, come on, Lana. No! Davynn did well. Good enough.
But Lana did better.
Lana did better. Every time you've asked somebody about Yunnan and her passing through town, you've always gotten different time frames. Reg said he saw her a week or two ago, and he sees her about once a month. But every other town you've talked to said they see Yunnan every 2 months. So the time frame on when she visits the area has been inconclusive for a while.
That's weird, because they said they saw you just a few weeks ago.
Maybe he's confused.
Why would he be confused? I mean, does she have a distinctive face or anything that
No.
would...
Honestly, no. She looks like just an average. I mean, she's medium height. Her hair color, hairstyle are not at all out of place with the locals. Her garb is very, very tradesman. Doesn't wear any bright colors or have any flashy jewelry. She looks very nondescript.
That's strange. Zalid, what are you doing? Zalid,
I think Zalid's gonna cast Zone of Truth.
God.
So now you have a new magical source. Lana.
I'm so sorry about my friend. He does this to people. New people. He has trust issues, I think.
Yunnan laughs. Are you the law? Have I forgotten to pay my taxes again?
No.
Xylan says yes.
I suppose in some senses we are kind of the law, but also no, not in that sense.
We're commanders.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. We're commanders. With the Argent Order.
We are actually tied to the Argent Order and Greylock more specifically, but that's not really relevant to right now because my main question is how they have been confused about this.
So she takes a second and she looks at Imna, who is shrugging off to one side, like, I don't know. Let me recap for the slower members of this conversation. You're the law, but you're not the law. You're not asking me questions as the law, but you are asking me questions that you would like answers to that I've already answered.
I suppose that's one way of putting it, if you want to, simplify things a whole lot.
She just laughs.
Would you mind if we examined your animals, ma'am?
You want to check my animals?
Yes, we would.
Yep.
We have reason to believe that there is something going on with animals from Rock Bottom Farm.
They reported a theft of a donkey. We're looking for it.
Well, I thought we said that we were going to be honest, and that was the best policy for the most part.
I forgot. It's been like a month.
As she's saying this in the zone of truth.
I'm not in it. I'm fine.
Yeah, she's not in it. No, because Xylem would want to lie. So he's not going to put himself in the zone of truth. He's done that before. When he was with Stanley and he ended up standing in the same zone of truth and then he had to tell the truth to Stanley. I don't think he'd make that mistake again.
God. Among other things.
If you want to examine my animals, you're more than welcome.
Thank you.
I
will examine the animals.
Alright, she will accompany you.
I assume.
Yes. And so she, she pats her horse. This is a horse. And then she...
I'm gonna take a quick look for the sort of jewelry we saw on the people and that one pig had.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Can it be investigation?
Only if you're gonna take a
just because
really long
investigation is
time
one
looking at that horse. I don't know how deeply
Can I
involved you
help?
want to get. You want to help? You can roll 2.
My
Davynn.
perception ain't good, but
No,
okay,
it's a
really
horse.
bad.
Well, the little charms pinged with a little bit of magic, don't they? And I have that up.
What pings with a little bit of magic? I'm sorry.
I thought the jewelry was magical, so I have
Yes.
laser vision up.
The pieces that you took from the silo. That jewelry. Yes.
That's what I'm checking out right now.
Yeah. As far as you can laser vision. As far as you can tell, there's no visible jewelry on her or the horse. And as she leads you back to her little menagerie in the bag, and she's got some small donkeys. She's got 2 massive mountain goat, like big woolly. They are absolutely huge. Like they are rideable sized big rams.
I want one.
they are massive and fuzzy and very strong. But none of them have any jewelry.
And they're not pinging magic in any way.
No, they don't ping magic in any way. They certainly smell like donkeys and goats.
Huh.
Okay, well, if it's the case that you haven't been back there in a year, then somebody is posing as you.
I said half a year. And that's possible.
Does that not concern you?
I guess it depends on how much money they made.
They apparently come back every once a month or every couple weeks, so a fair bit. Long story short, there is something weird going on the farm, and if you are concerned about the people on the farm or their safety, we could use your help to get to the bottom of it.
She kind of leans up against her wagon. I'm still not entirely sure how I fit into this, officer.
Honestly, also, you called me officer, and I just had a brief moment of squee because I've never been called that before. Also, I'm standing in the zone of truth. Damn it. Okay, stepping out.
Davynn, oh my god.
Get out of the zone of truth.
The truth isn't compulsory.
Okay, so we're not entirely sure how you fit in either, but we would like to find out, and you are probably our best lead right now.
And where do you think I'm going to lead you, officer?
Wherever
Davynn
you
holds it in
want.
this time. Okay, we can tell you the basics of what's going on, but somewhere else, less in public.
Did you have a place in mind?
You've been to this town more than we have. This is our first time. Anywhere that you could think of?
Well, I sleep in my wagon.
I mean, that works.
All right. She shoos her doggies and her goats out of the way and flips down a set of stairs from the back, so you can climb into the wagon via these stairs. As she escorts you up, as she loads you guys up, the wagon next door is now beginning to open itself up entirely, and they are clearly setting up for a performance. So you might have a little bit of sound cover at this point. We will.
Okay,
We'll have
so
Kern
here,
come in at this point, just in case.
here is the situation.
Mhm.
Are you familiar with the Druid Circle near Rock Bottom Farm?
Mm-hmm.
Something has been going on with them specifically, and we believe that some of the animals that are currently being held on Rock Bottom Farm used to be people. We think they've been transformed against their will. And, hold on, new magic thing?
Yep, new magic ping. Inside the, again, fairly small, crowded wagon full of odds and sods. Legion Fissure activate. There's a case, a glass case. Well, a glass-topped case that sits off to one side, and there's a collection of jewelry in it. Just looks like a tangle of silver jewelry. And something in there is magical.
I'm always known for being subtle, so I'm just gonna walk over there and start looking at that. I imagine this matches what I'm familiar with.
It's hard to tell. It's mostly chains, so it's difficult to see all of the individual pieces, all the individual pendants in there. It's sort of a tumble.
Detect magic can tell you the school. Does it match the
It does.
schools that you
No.
saw on the other jewelry?
Do you
No,
mind if I open this box, ma'am?
I love Koplana. Sure, you break it, you buy it though.
Is this like just a glass box with no opening?
It's a wooden box with a glass top. So it's
okay.
like an oversized jewelry box with there's no lock to it or anything. It's just sort of a little sliding clasp to hold it shut.
I will open it without breaking it.
Yep, it's just a hinge thing, so it just hinges upward. And inside, like I said, there's a tangle of chains and pendants. There's a couple of loose rings floating in the bottom. There might be some earrings in there. It's hard to tell. There's no rhyme or reason to it.
I'm fishing for the magic.
All right. If you dig through far enough, you do find a pendant. It is silver, and it's on a silver chain. It's not very heavy, but the links are really defined. It's sort of an open-linked silver chain.
Mm-hmm.
And the symbol looks like twisted thorns.
Can I roll Bards Know Everything on this?
Yeah.
I don't know what skill that would be, but...
You can do religion.
Oh, no. Oh, never mind.
Hey! The symbol is the symbol of Lyranel. It's a squared thorn rose.
That's not great. What school of magic is this to be that player?
Honestly, it's only a very faint abjuration spell, so it's probably somebody's divine focus. It doesn't have a specific spell attached to it.
That's not great. I'm pretty sure I remember who Lionel is. Is it illegal to worship her?
Pardon? What did you say? No.
So, like I was saying, these people are being turned into animals, and we think there are hags involved. If anybody on Rock Bottom Farms that you might have dealt with before could be in danger as a result.
I see. That does sound dangerous. No wonder they called you in. Legal? Lionel is considered a dark god, a banished god. So her temples are generally not considered desirable. Whether or not there are any actual written laws against it depends on where you are, but a lot of people are very suspicious of Lionel worshippers, so they do tend to work in secret. They do tend to work underground. It's not a divine focus that you would wear in a public place.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And there's also a lot of smaller cults, unlike the regular creator gods who have very defined hierarchies, and they do generally know each other. A lot of the dark gods work in small groups in their own little cells and are separate from each other, so each group is slightly different. Go ahead, Davynn.
And ultimately, it seems like this fake you, whoever they are, they've been buying some of these transformed animals, which seems like they're maybe buying them exclusively. Therefore, we were wondering if you knew anything about that, or why you might be doing that. As is, we could use your help to track down who this fake you is.
She's watching you very carefully. How would you like me
what was
to
that?
do that? I said she's watching you very carefully as you explain this to her. And then she says,
Can I try an insight on her to get an idea of how she's feeling about all the news?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on, I have another thing for this.
You have a thing for this?
Yes.
Look at that insight. Ooh, whoa.
Oh, sorry, that's a total of 22.
Okay, I was gonna say, how many dice you can put on that? So we had 22 and a 23. She is absorbing what you're telling her, and it's like she's waiting for you to get to the point. She seems oddly bored with your conversation.
Ma'am, is this yours? I'm gonna hold up the thing.
Yeah. Yes. I bought it. If that's what you mean. I didn't steal it.
Can I check that? Insight.
Okay.
Nah, fuck, not that great. Ma'am, do you know what this is?
She's getting pulled over for speeding.
I know, I love it. Yes, I do, actually. It's a silver pendant dedicated to the cult of Lionel. You'd be surprised what collectors will pay for it.
Ma'am, this is a dangerous item. I think you probably need a permit for this.
Are you a practicing worshiper of Lionel, or... I mean, we're not gonna judge. Trust us. Trust us.
That was a sentence.
What was the sentence?
Everything you guys said.
Are you a practicing worshiper of the dark god? We won't judge you. Trust us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
How long does Zone of Truth last?
It's still up. It's like
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
I believe we're out of it, though.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't it geographically
Yes.
tied?
Centered on a point of your choice.
Yep.
Would Xyland
Unless the
have
card has
Would
moved.
Xyland have not recast it? Is the
I
real
Xylan
question.
would have recast it. I'm gonna take it off his thing.
Probably would have been like, no, damn it, guys.
Yeah,
you
it's like I
can't
just
move her."
put that there. Oh my god.
Oh well, wom.
Where is his Zone of Truth? There it is. All right. That's it then. That's all. He's just got the 2 because you guys hadn't rested. So.
But the thing is, he's happy though because we did double what he asked for.
Yes.
We not only interrogated her once, we interrogated her twice.
And she seems to be having trouble answering the question.
Yeah, she's struggling with this one. Yeah, big time.
And you know nothing.
Yeah.
Keep talking. And you know nothing about allegations regarding humans getting turned into animals.
I do not.
How much leeway is there in Zone of Truth, Davynn? I don't know this. I'm not familiar with this.
You don't know it. You said you don't know anything about it, and she said no. So that means she knows something.
Oh,
Positive.
my head hurts.
Okay.
Can you say the sentence, I don't know anything about humans getting turned into animals?
I can say that sentence.
Do it.
Did she just say I can say that sentence?
Yep.
Can you say? Will you say
Please
it right
repeat
now?
those exact. Please repeat that sentence.
Please read the line on the card.
Please read the line on the card.
Alphabet backwards. Let's go.
I'm so drunk right now.
I might know something.
There we go.
Uh-huh. What do you know? Since seem to be getting to the truth of the matter here, might as well just get it all out.
It's a very flippant thing to say.
Hey, sometimes just telling the truth is the best policy, okay?
Kern takes psychic damage as he lands. We will get Kurt in here. I don't have all the facts.
Keep talking.
I don't have all the facts about missing animals.
What facts do you have?
I am not surprised that someone has been masquerading as me.
Why?
I made a deal that was ill-advised. And I'm not entirely surprised.
Can we please get details, ma'am?
I would appreciate if you wouldn't pocket my wares.
It will be returned to you when we're done interrogating you.
Think of it as collateral.
Oh no.
Oh god.
We're going this route. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who did you make the deal with?
I made the deal with... I'm not entirely sure the name of the entity. She was powerful, and she promised me what I wanted.
And where was this entity? Where did you find this thing?
They found me. South.
Where were you?
I was south of here. Closer to McGree.
Where?
don't know the exact location. Outside from the crane.
Anyways, what are the details of the deal? What did you get, and what did he get in return?
It got hair, blood, and information, as well as a small bit of trinket I'd been carrying for a while. I got a book.
What was the trinket? Is that book currently on your person or among your wares?
It is not. The trinket was a small pewter statue. It was a book. It had pages in it with writing. You're familiar with writing?
I heard something about a pewter statue. Back up to that.
That was the trinket. A pewter statue
that she gave.
That I gave. That I traded.
This is gonna be a weird question, so hang in with me, Erie.
Yep.
How literate does this town look? Like, are we
not
in
very
bumfuck nowhere?
Yeah, this is bumfuck nowhere. This is probably not a place
where
that's
offensive to Davynn.
Look, there's not a whole lot of
no, but I mean
there's no library.
It is a good question because some villages have temples in them or churches in them, and those churches have libraries, so those areas tend to be better.
What I'm hearing is
on the literacy scale, but
this doesn't look like one of those.
No, this looks like very backwater.
Cool.
The only temple you've even heard of is the one up the mountain pass, so it's likely that maybe one or two of the townsfolk, most likely the business owners and the elder himself, maybe his family, and the clerics from the temple are the only literate ones. There's not going to be a big thing for books here.
Where's the nearest book in 1,000 feet?
You're looking for books? Well, there's some, like, next door, there's a crap ton of books. There are tons of books here in the wagon.
Damn it. I was hoping for, like, one book.
No, unfortunately, no. She has quite a few that seem to be stashed under the seats of the wagon, and then you're getting pings from the wagon next door, which also seems to have a lot of books.
Ma'am, is the book currently under the seat of your wagon?
I told you I don't have the book.
Alright. Listen,
I'm gonna go through that anyway while Davynn interrogates her.
Oh my god.
It sounds like you made a deal like that was just a standard trade deal. I still don't see how this leads to, first of all, people disappearing, and second of all, somebody walking around with your face.
Why is Lana's rifling through books?
This is a bad situation. Let me be perfectly clear here. But if you help us out, then maybe we can cut a deal.
Cut a deal?
But, like, not the Eldritchy Pact kind of deal. Like, the good kind of deal. Like, the, good cop kind of deal.
Officer. Who do you think is going to arrest me?
Us?
We weren't actually joking about being part of the law.
The Argent Order. All the
Not
way
sure
out
if you
here?
know much about the Argent Order, but we feel like we're the law pretty much everywhere. I don't entirely agree with it, but in this case, it's helpful.
She leans forward towards Davynn a little bit. Voice perfectly calm. She doesn't seem to get rattled. Who do you think's gonna win out here? Someone who knows these people? Sees these people? Or strangers claiming to be the law who are going through my things? People out here don't like the law. They don't like taxes.
Like Leonel worshippers more?
That's a funny question. Have you been to the Temple of North?
Good to know. Thanks. I'm frustrated by my inability to find the Eldritch book.
I know. Oh, you don't feel any, as far as like magic ping stuff like that, if it is a magical book, you're not finding it.
Do any of these say something like, how to invoke a demon on the cover?
No, unfortunately, none of them seem to be anything other than ordinary storybooks or histories. Fairly boring. A lot of them are beaten up. They're obviously second, third, and fourth hand. pass along. Yeah, they're either her personal collection or stuff that she has traded for.
I will leave the books.
Alright, let's get Kern in on this. Come on, Kern, you've been out long enough.
Alright.
You can join the interrogation.
You'll hear outside. Hello? Hello?
Everyone's crammed in this tiny ass wagon. Oh, good. There's more of you.
Yep.
I assume you guys call me over.
Well,
We'll
yeah.
fill you in.
Yeah. She
Get you updated.
looks over at Kern. Are you here to take me away, officer?
Officer?
Yep.
We're police now. Or city guards, I think is the fantasy term.
Just palm goes all the way through the forehead and halfway through the head
Oh, gross.
as he just sighs. Okay. All right. Okay.
Again, looking at Kern, would you like to go through my wares? As she gestures to the random knickknacks and boxes in her wagon. I've already been stolen from, had my animals molested, and been questioned about activities that are well beyond your jurisdiction. What are you here to add, Red?
Guys, did you take something from her?
Collateral. I'll show him the Leonel amulet.
Collateral.
It's... Okay. Yes. Urinal is kind of weird. It's no reason to, take stuff. I'm sure we
did
can...
Recently nearly get murdered by Leonel worshippers. 2 months ago.
Yeah. Yeah. But that was something different. Well, I don't know.
I imagine anxiety at that point saying something along the lines of, "Yes, watch out, we're on the edge.
Exactly. We're on to you.
Loose cannons with nothing to lose."
He'll just... I guess if we're all sitting down, he'll saddle up across from her.
They're kind of sitting, standing. Yeah, it's not a very big wagon, and there's a lot of big people in here now, so there's not a whole lot of room. But yes, you can all sort of cram in uncomfortably.
I'll come up, noticing Xyland is doing the
He's
wob, wob,
he
wob,
is. He's
wob,
doing his
wob,
wom
wob
wom
thing.
wom thing. Yeah.
And I will make it obvious that I am stepping into the zone of truth.
Okay.
And I'm just going to say to her, listen, sorry about that you feel like you've been assaulted, and not assaulted, but
No,
put in
that's a
an
good
awkward
word.
position
No,
in
that's a
your
perfect
own-
word. No, Red, go with that. Assaulted. That's good.
okay, alright. But something happened to a friend of ours, and we desperately need to find out where he is. And we've been running in from dead end to dead end to dead end. It's been kind of frustrating. And I'm sorry that my compatriots, that frustration has come across to you. But we would appreciate any help that you could give us in this matter.
Well, as I have explained and keep asking, other than being outed for my particular worldview on the gods, I don't think I have anything to offer you. I'm not surprised that I've been impersonated, but I haven't done anything wrong.
Why is... I
All
mean...
hold on. All we want is just to know what you know so that we can find the person who's impersonating you. It sounds like you got a bad deal. We're trying to help you out here, even.
I don't think you can.
You underestimate what we have been able to do.
And she kind of gives you a like, kind of tilts her head, gives you a little like, oh, that's cute. Look.
No, I'm not even kidding. Check it out. We're heroes of Greylock. Nizali said so herself.
Audible pain.
See, I'm gonna step in this other truth too now. We're heroes of Greylock. We took down a Glamored. We even took down a super powerful will worker.
A super powerful will worker?
We can handle this. Yeah?
You found a will worker in this day and age? How rare.
Yep. That's just how good we are, and also how used to weird situations we are.
And you killed it?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, no, not entirely, but yes, basically.
What
it's
happened?
functionally.
Functionally dead?
Yep.
Actually, I mean, there's no truth. No, I guess it's technically not dead. We sucked it into a great, big magical artifact,
We
but
sealed
also
it
we
in
can
there.
do that again.
It's in a Pokeball.
In a ball. And you just carry it around with you? The ball.
No.
We also have
Yeah.
powerful allies.
Just...
That's not important. Moving on.
Then, of course, clearly you are extremely effective. If you've done all that you say you have, and I have no reason to doubt that you haven't done all that you say you have, what would be the best way that I can assist you then, officers?
Tell us more about the entity you made the pact with. Would be a start.
It was a hack.
Well, in the sense that why you're not surprised that there's a doppelganger going around of you picking up allegedly human animals or whatever. Why is that not surprising to you? If we were to tell anybody else this, and I kind of look over at them, if we were to tell anybody else this, they would probably think we were crazy. And I don't doubt that you think that we're crazy, but not for that.
I don't think you're crazy.
Oh, we definitely are.
Crazy awesome. I hold out my hand for a high five with Lana.
Sure. I'll give that.
I'm not surprised in being impersonated because hags tend to do that, specifically when they have bits of your being. I am moderately surprised that they are taking transformed animals because I don't know what they would do with that, but knowing hags, it's probably not good.
Okay. That is fair.
Do you know why the people are becoming animals to begin with?
I do not.
Did you say something, Eerie?
I did, yeah.
I didn't get it.
I do not know. That sounds like something
Okay.
beyond me.
And do you know how they're becoming animals?
Magic, I assume.
Right, fair enough.
You don't
Question
seem
for
you don't
Gio.
seem surprised at the fact that there are hags.
Well, no,
around.
I have met them. I'm not surprised. There's
Okay.
more than one.
Where have you met them?
South, towards McGrain. But I don't believe they live there.
You don't?
No.
Where would you guess that they live. If you would know such things.
I'm not an expert, highly trained officer, but I would guess from the clothes she was wearing, she lived further north.
Okay.
Well, like up the mountain north?
Probably.
Like where you just came from, the temple.
Oh, I didn't come from the temple.
That is where you just came from, right?
No, she came from the south. She came from the other side. You can't get on the road because the clerics kick your ass. She came from the south.
Wait, hold on. You didn't just come back down from the pass?
No. God, I don't go north. Are you kidding me? It's freezing up there.
But that's remind me. We have heard that
Yes.
she went up the pass.
That's what Imna told you.
From other people.
With a cat.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Imna told you that she went north, that normally Yanan hangs out, has supper, whatever, but this time she didn't even say hi. She just dropped off some stuff to sell and went north before they closed the road.
Okay, I think I know what's going on then.
Let me see this real quick.
Uh-oh.
Since it's better to be safe than sorry.
If there's one motto for this group, it's better to be safe than sorry.
We are in the zone of truth still, right?
Mm-hmm. Never ending zone of truth.
Just to be safe, and I
Yes.
am talking to Yanan.
Mhm.
Are you a hag?
No. And I promise I won't take offense to that. I'm not as young as I used to be, but please.
Just yes or no,
You
please.
know
I said
what
no.
hag we're...
Do I know what?
Read the words on the card. Can you say the sentence, I am not a hag?
I am not a hag.
Okay. And by a hag you mean a
Okay,
one of
I
those,
think
like-
we know what everybody
Yeah.
means by this.
not an
statement.
old woman, which obviously you are not. In the magical creature sort of the word
I am human.
sense of the word.
I am human as they come.
Okay.
Same. I mean, actually, no. Yeah.
I was gonna say. And she casts a wide glance around glowing eyes, blue scales, the tiefling.
The scales don't show normally.
Yes, I know. Just saying.
I'm human.
Yes, you're human.
Okay, well, I have a feeling that we're not going to leave on good terms, but we still appreciated your help.
Lana,
Hmm?
the thing. Her thing. Like the collateral.
Oh, right. Fine. I'll give it back.
She takes it. Stuffs in her pocket.
Okay, fine. You're sure you don't care about these hags impersonating you? At all?
Well,
Seems bad for business.
it could be bad for business, depending on what they do. I don't know what they're selling, though. Seems strange. Other than animals.
What
People, animals.
People animals.
just sell it.
And you say your friend is with them?
Maybe.
We believe so.
You realize he's probably dead.
He's a curious fellow. I'm just more worried that if he was dead, it'd probably be a blessing to him.
It's an interesting philosophy.
And either way, we still have to find our friend, regardless of what state he's in.
Yeah.
Very admirable of you.
We're heroes, it's what we do. Why are you sighing, Kern? You know it's true.
You came into somebody's wagon, berated them, stole their stuff, and you're being like, that's what heroes do.
You know, Xylan would
Okay,
bust in
but
at this point and be
listen.
like, but we had to. She wasn't telling us the truth. We had to. There's the Xylan outburst for you.
Sometimes you've got to break a few eggs or something.
Yeah.
I think that's how the saying goes. We're going to get out of your hair now. Thank you.
No, troop out of this poor
I leave the
woman's
wagon.
As they're leaving, I'll just be like, thank you for your help.
Have a good day, officers.
If you need any help on something we cross paths again, let us know. Or if your deal goes sideways and somehow you have a way to contact us, let us know. I feel terrible about this. He's going full, like, I just got the manager, like, just got called over and is having to apologize to them.
Let me comp your meal. I'm so sorry. Alright, you guys have been exited from the wagon. The performance wagon next door is still setting up, so you're kind of in the middle of their deal. They keep shooing the goats and the donkeys back over to your wagon as they wander over to the performance wagon. So you are standing in a cluster. What would you like to do?
I think it went well.
I'll just give Davynn, like, a deadpan look.
I mean, honestly, though, not too bad. We told the truth. I don't think that we were that hard on her.
You do know that she
maybe...
doesn't... You do know that she does not like us, right?
Well, yes, but
you
also...
You do know that this entire town loves her, right?
I think the entire town likes us too, kind of. They're like me,
everywhere we traveled
we'll
to, there has been nothing but good things said about her. Now she has a very negative image of us, and we're already running into roadblocks trying to get information from people. Like, they're not telling us what they know, and if she goes around spreading words that we're stealing and harassing people, nobody's going to want to talk to us, guys.
We didn't steal. We're only doing investigating. I think that she wasn't being forthright with her information, so we had to talk to her a bit more forcefully.
Or you could have figured out what she wanted and worked around that.
What did she want, Kern?
I don't know.
She wanted us out of her wagon. She wanted us out of her hair. That was it. And that was in the way of us getting the information that we needed. Point of the matter is, we know where Lily and Badger might be.
Yeah, I was about to say, wasn't Lily a cat in our hallucinations?
Yes. Yep, when you guys were in the lab.
What?
Yes. Yeah. When you guys were in the lab, she was a kitten. She was a little gray tabby kitten. Or a gray tiger striped kitten.
Aww.
And I believe you were the one who scryed on her, Kern, if I remember correctly.
Maybe? I think so.
Yeah.
I think I'm the only one who can scry.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was you. And you caught... It was either you or locate person, one of the two. And the image you caught was the bright blue wagon cover.
Gotcha.
Canvas, and the small cage in the back. And that's how you guys figured out that she was probably traveling on a wagon.
Yeah, and this wagon didn't have a bright blue cover.
Yeah, the color is very distinctive. Yeah, it's super bright blue.
Well, not saying that you guys didn't get good results. Just, I don't know.
The more important issue is that our friends are in danger.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we have to find a way up the pass, which we have flying horses, so that helps.
Also, You said they were priests of Eston?
Essen. Mm-hmm.
Essen.
Yeah.
Which is the
That's the summer
faith that I grew up in.
goddess. Yeah, Essen
Right.
is the summer goddess. They are generally peaceful, but they are also really into fire.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it's not Eston.
No. Essen. Essen is the goddess of summer. She's one of the three.
Okay.
It's Inaline, Essen, and Cindele are the three daughters of Callison.
Oh, so they're basically my cousins.
Basically, yeah, very very closely related, but a lot more peaceful. But like any goddess derived from Callison, they do have their violent side, and Essen's violent side is fire.
Let's see. Well, we can try to diplomatically get through if you guys want to try that and be like, oh yeah, we're totally here for the festival. And then
Yeah,
take away.
we need to
Or we can
see if we can find where this other Yunnan was anyways, so maybe they'd be able to tell us.
and specifically like that blue wagon, because that kind of sticks out in my head. Or that shade is pretty memorable.
Okay.
Alright. Well,
Sounds like a good plan. Where's Hildreth?
He's gone. Dun dun dun.
Dang it, Hildreth.
Okay, that's probably fine.
he's probably somewhere
I'm sure
in the
it's fine.
shadows.
Yeah.
Speaking as Island, maybe he's a ghost.
Everyone's a ghost if you try hard enough.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
true.
everybody has a ghost inside of them.
Yes. All right. So, what would you guys like to do now?
I think we're gonna head up north.
Yeah.
Unless anything
Time to
goes-
crash things.
Should we long rest first? Or not?
Oh, yeah. I've heard worse ideas than that. We should. do
I
that.
haven't slept in 30
I was gonna say,
hours.
yeah, Kern hasn't
I have a
slept
level. I have a
yet.
level of exhaustion. So,
Yeah, he has not slept
Let's
yet.
take a nap.
All right.
should I before we go? Should I try to scry on Lily again?
Sure.
Alrighty.
Good call.
All right. So you
Okay.
find a
Cool.
little corner,
hmm
and you get
Take
to
out my gigantic ass mirror that
yeah.
I'm carrying around
When you
with me.
lug around your armor somewhere. Let's see. Okay. See influence here there. So you get to see a kitty's eye view.
Ooh.
You see thin-ish bars, like wicker style bars. You're in
Yeah.
a cage of some sort, but this isn't the really small one that you saw in before. This one is much larger. It's about 3 times the size. You can see her move around a little more freely. Judging by her position, she's still a kitty and still curled up. You can see her own little paws as you lay on them. The room that she's in is fairly brightly lit. It's warm. It smells good. There's a fire up in one corner. You can hear somebody humming, but you don't see anybody. And the place smells like somebody's making supper. You are elevated, so you're on top of a table or a chair or something. It's hard to see. And there are all kinds of doodads and weirdness on the tables around you that you can see. Not scary weirdness, Lily weirdness. Like, she would dig this place if she were human. There's all kinds of
Which she is.
herbs and, well, she were currently human. Herbs and cutting implements and books and charcoal. And, like, this is a nerd haven, from what you can see. Lots of books off in one corner. Stuff that's sort of been stacked up and set off to one side. Lots of scrolls and ink. Yeah. She's not in danger.
Okay. Well, I'll come out of that and share everything with everybody else. Be like, she doesn't look hurt, but she is still imprisoned. So
We'll get her back. Don't worry.
yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we'll head out tomorrow.
Yeah, let's find an inn or something that we can stay in.
Yeah.
So that we can get at this full strength. I could do some asking around while I'm here, since I'm still, not too tired out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That won't work.
I
was looking.
Are
at
you crafting a
stuff.
plan?
I'm trying to. I'm trying to look at like my spell stuff to try to make this easier, and some stuff isn't working.
How far away is the pass from here?
The actual mouth of the road comes right into this square. This market square is at the back end of the town, so it's jutted up against where the mountains sort of take over. There doesn't seem to appear to be any roads that go east or west from the town. It's just this pass up north, and it's I mean, just from looking at it from the market square, it looks like it's fairly steep. It's wide and it's well maintained, but it's pretty steep with decently high cracks to either side. It's not a wide flat high travel road.
So could I make it to like the entrance to the pass pretty quickly?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could walk there. It's just the clerics have, again, they've used their very loose kind of ribbon cordon that's designed to look festive, but also blocks the little archway that's built between the two rising crags that form the mouth of the pass. And there are several clerics of Essen that are mulling around it.
Great, that's exactly who I want to find. I'd like to go there before, we turn in for the night, so we can ask around and figure out, first of all, if we can't get through the pass through official means.
Okay. Again, they're easy to identify. They wear bright red and orange robes. And there's several young men pitching around down there, happy to answer any questions.
Excuse me, I'm Davynn from Whitfeld. I'm new in town.
Here for the festival, no doubt.
Wish it were on happier occasions. I actually had a question for you. I know that the pass is closed off, but have there ever been exceptions? Because we need to get up the mountain.
Oh, we don't make exceptions, unfortunately. It's actually I don't want to say it's dangerous, because it's not dangerous, but the ritual does have to be observed, and we can't. It would spoil the festival. Well, we the ascent to the temple, and then we have the feast and the speech and the yearly Saints' Day festival.
Okay, but I have a question for you then. Would you be concerned if you knew that there were maybe somebody that you didn't want to be part of the ritual might be trying to interrupt it? Because we have it on fairly good intelligence that there is a hag up the pass.
He kind of laughs a little bit. You've been talking to the people down at the pub, haven't you?
No. Well, yes, we have been, but we know that there is a hag that came by. She was in a blue wagon. She looked a little bit like Yunnan, if you know her.
Oh, of course I know Yunnan.
Yeah, Yunnan is down here right now. You can see her in the market square. She didn't come down through the pass, or otherwise you would have known that, right?
Well, we didn't watch the pass until a day or two ago. It's possible somebody got up there, but we would have found them by now. I wouldn't worry about it.
I would worry about it. Trust me. This is not something you want to mess around with. Hags are dangerous business.
Oh, we understand. We'll take care of it. Honestly, don't concern yourself with it.
I'm sorry, I can't not concern myself because the hag happens to have one of our friends in tow.
Well, we can send guards. We'll send guards.
You won't find better guards than us.
And he takes a breath, and this creature of eternal patience folds his hands into one another and looks at you almost pleadingly. I can't let you on the pass. It's dangerous for you. But
okay,
I can.
Then who can?
Our order. I will get members of the order. We will scour the pass. We will be sure that there is no one on there.
Okay, but how long is that going to take?
Not too much time. I'm sure I can find a few volunteers, easy enough.
No, that's not going to be quick enough. And first of all, Hag's crafty. Second of all, if you can't let us onto the pass, then I want to talk to somebody who can.
I want to talk to your manager.
I want to talk to your manager!
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Davynn pulling out his Kern routine. I talk to your manager. Well, he kind of seems taken aback at such a brusque change in conversation.
Listen, I'm sorry, but we have been dealing with lots of people stonewalling us on this, and there are lives at stake.
Please understand,
we don't know why the hag has our friend, but we don't. It's certainly nothing good.
He's trying to calm you down. He's making very calming motions with his hands, and he goes to put a hand on your shoulders. I'm not trying to stall you. I'm taking your concerns very seriously. It is for your safety. I can't let you on the pass, but I will contact our guard. I will contact the order head. We will search the pass. I will do it immediately, but I can't let you on here.
Because of condition?
Gee, we'll just have to Pegasus over it. That'll be awful.
There are specific...
Just because of tradition. That's all?
No. Well, as part of the ritual, certain wards are set up to protect pilgrims. And if you're not...
Like what? What kind of wards are we talking?
Protection wards. That can be very dangerous if you're not traveling with the group. Designed specifically to make sure that the ritual is safe for everyone and that we are not interrupted. And if I let you on the pass alone, it could be very dangerous for you. But I also want to ensure that anyone unauthorized is removed and your friends are returned. I will take care of this. I will send people out, contact the head of the order. I'm not dismissing your concerns. I'm trying to keep you safe. Do you understand?
Sure, fine. I understand. I guess we'll wait down here. Davynn has a moment of, thank God there is no circle of truth.
And so he smiles at you and nods and pats your shoulder. You know, there's a good lad, that sort of thing. And true to his word, he does. He makes a ritual sign, and then steps in between the loose garlands of ribbon back onto the mountain path, and he's trudging up it on foot.
He was never seen again.
Walks into a ward and just dies.
That's my plan.
Okay. Excuse me, you friend who was standing next to him, how come he can walk up the path but I can't?
So the younger cleric who's been kind of watching this this exchange with fascination, eyes wide as saucers when you demanded to see the manager. Kind of stammers and pulls out his robe a little bit, because he's a member of the order, and you're not.
So they're specially warded, right? So why not just ward us? I'll join in the order if that's what it takes.
Oh no.
You'd have to undergo rites and like, we're not really supposed to talk about that part. Do you really want to join the church?
I mean, if it comes down to joining the church or helping out the friend, okay, you know what? Fine. I can clearly tell I'm not going to get anywhere with you. Have a nice night.
What was the last thing you said, Davynn?
I can clearly tell I'm not going to get anywhere with you. Have a nice night.
Oh, have a nice night. Okay. He left this poor, like, literally slack-jawed. Like, his mouth is hanging open as you stomp away from this kid. He's not much older than you are. And yes, you've caused a bit of a scene. Even the performers kind of pause in setting up as you stomp away from the clergy. I know, Xylan's not here to make a scene. He would, though. He totally would. So yeah, it is getting darker. The sun is setting. The troops getting set up. Davynn has just demanded the manager and stormed away in a huff. Kern and Lana have bought mushrooms.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Bring it so high.
No reason.
All the mushrooms.
Yeah.
And literally, if you buy 50 gold piece worth of mushrooms, you will have bought all the mushrooms.
Ah, shoot. Alright, I'll let you buy those then, Kern.
Some mushroom farmer just being like,
Yeah, I can retire! I never have to work at this shitty stall ever
Hey,
again!
Kern, can I give you 25 gold and take one of those?
Sure, yeah.
Alright.
I didn't prep this spell for nothing. Also, you have like 4 raised dead diamonds. Can I borrow one of those?
I think we have like 1 raised dead and 1 revivify.
You do. You have one
Can I take
revivify.
the former?
Sure, since.
For if you explode?
Sure. Yeah, go for it.
Cool.
Alright. So you guys are done shopping. Davynn is done ripping apart the clergy.
I'll return to the group and basically fill them in on we're not giving up the normal way. Also, there are potentially dangerous wards along the path. Maybe in the sky.
That'll be fine. I'm not worried.
How much? And I look around like I don't know. We're trying to get a bunch of people through. I don't know if your Pegasus can carry us all.
We'll go in. Listen, we can go in shifts and then just regroup and go on foot. There might be wards, but I think we can handle that.
Okay.
Have to try.
Yeah. You gotta get out over there somewhere. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. What spell should I go with?
What's that out loud?
I hope so.
No. Kern doesn't prep anything.
No.
He's not in character.
He doesn't.
He just is like,
Just
it would be really cool if this happened, and it just kind of happens.
Yeah.
Kern scares me a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. What would you guys
I can
think?
cast
Kern is gonna
insect
snap.
plague whenever.
What?
What?
I missed what you said. You said,
Insect plague, yes.
oh. Yay.
It's, for some reason, it's a Tempest Cleric
It is.
automatically, like, always prepared spell.
It is.
I don't understand
That's
why.
Scary.
Just think if, like, Kern had, like, ulterior motives and is like, I'm gonna turn this town into a cult for me. It's like, if you don't do this, locusts will destroy your entire farm.
That's how it works.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Oh god. Okay.
Cool AU. Let's do it.
Alrighty then.
Okay.
Well,
So are you guys sleeping for the night? You're gonna hang out here?
Yeah. I think we're sleeping for the night. Get our spell slots back.
All right. Well, there is the pub that you were in before. It does have an inn attached to it. The rooms there were all sold the last time you were in there, though. Vaitan told you that.
let's go to Yinon and see if we can crash in her wagon. Yeah, so can we?
I'm gonna go with no.
We can do that. We can check to see if there is any rooms available
Okay.
Yeah.
or if they've opened up. And if not, well, we still have our camping gear.
That's true.
We'll camp at the entrance to protest.
That's exactly what they did. Jesus! They hated him because he was the right.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, they didn't let Jesus go up his cool mountain path.
They're so funny. Alright, so headed to the pub, which is actually only about half full. You would expected it to be a little more lively, but it's not really. A lot of people are having supper, but it's fairly subdued. Vaitan is there, young kid at the bar. Smiles with recognition, at least two of you. When you come in, not so much you, Kern, but smiles nonetheless, because that's his job. You're back! You're here still! Did you find what you needed?
Yep. Nope.
Oh,
We're working on it.
okay. What can I get you?
I know you said your rooms were booked up, but I don't suppose there's any new openings.
I don't think so.
Alrighty then.
We're...
Cool, we'll take our business elsewhere.
okay. Well, good luck with
So
that.
aggressive.
Davynn from Whitfeld.
Thank you! I appreciate it.
Davynn is sassy today.
Davynn is he's very angry.
Angie.
Right, he's very angry. Cranky. Okay, although he did get to call officer, so day's not a total waste. Alright.
He's a bad boy cop that doesn't play by the
I think that's Jack Dangerous, actually.
Maybe that's who he's channeling today. He's channeling as Jack Dangerous today. Alright, so yeah, the inn unfortunately is sold out. So you can camp, you can try to score accommodations towards the market. Maybe somebody let you bunk in their wagon.
Let's just camp.
Yeah, since we didn't make the best friends there.
Yeah. It'll give us a good starting point outside of town to start,
True.
you know, gaining altitude too.
Plus, we do have relatively expensive things on us.
Don't want to sleep with the rabble and steal your stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they're rabble, but I don't want their
see.
filthy, grimy hands on me.
Exactly, just don't touch me. Okay. So you guys camp in the cold. Lucky you. It does snow a little overnight. Is anyone going to take watch, or you just try?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll do that, and Kern will do that. Davynn, you don't have to.
But I can help!
Yeah, no, like it's like we need multiple people to take watch because we
Yeah.
haven't slept in 30 hours.
Oh,
Oh, hey, negative one perception.
Yeah.
Actually, no.
You did well, though. Good perception.
Hey, that's a 16 though. That's good.
Yeah.
I was gonna roll it and hope it got low as a joke, but oh well.
So you guys sleep through the night. Both Davynn and Lana, during your watches, you catch sight of the magical equivalent of flares, basically. They're like sunburst spells that keep going off.
Fireworks.
Kind of. Except instead of multiple, there's just one. Like one big sunburst. And then hour later, there's another big sunburst that seems to be going off over the town, or in the direction of the town. At odd intervals.
I'm sure that's nothing.
You know, the last time we ignored something while we were sleeping, an entire town got burned to the ground.
Says Kern's voice as Lana's conscious.
Yeah, exactly. He's talking in his sleep. But otherwise, again, you don't hear shouts, don't smell smoke. No other indication of what's going on.
No dogs yipping.
No dog yipping. No gnoll noises. No drakes nearby. Just these little sunburst flashes of light on and off throughout the night.
Alright, is anybody are we gonna investigate, or are we just gonna sleep through it?
I think we're gonna sleep through this one. It's on regular intervals. It's probably
Yeah, it's fine. I'm sure.
fine.
Everything's
Yeah, I'll sleep through it.
Alright.
Or watch through it.
So you guys get your full long rest,
Yay!
which I know you needed badly.
Love getting my spell slots back.
Yeah.
Huzzah.
Huzzah.
Let's go climb a mountain.
Oh, good call.
Oh, every mountain.
Okay. Got Zone of Truth back. We're good to go. That was my only instruction.
Who
It
needs
really matters.
who needs smites when you go to Zone of Truth?
Yeah. Don't need smite. Zone of Truth, everybody. Okay. So, you're up. You're rested. You're refreshed. It's cold and snowy. Frost clinging to the ground. What would you like to do?
Ready to go?
I bet we could fit everyone on the horse. With a little bit of.
I weigh like
Yeah.
probably 250 pounds.
I have
at the
things that
minimum.
can compensate for that.
You got 2 dudes in plate, plus you, plus Davynn.
I can help with that too, actually.
Oh, you want to reduce Kern?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll what? It's quarter or eighth the weight.
Quarter.
Quarter.
No, eighth. Yeah, eighth.
So, yeah, I could reduce Ewan's Island and then we could just carry you guys or something.
That's better than my plan, which was to turn Kern into an eagle to Carrie's Island.
Oh, I don't know. We
that
might
also sounds
have
like
to
a
do
pretty
that.
That sounds
Funny.
majestic as
Yeah,
fuck.
we'll say we might have to do that just for the fan art.
All right.
You guys do what you want to do. Whatever you think is the best use of your resources. I'm just saying.
I mean, it's 1 versus 2 spell slots, and don't you get 1 free polymorph a day?
No, that's a twin cast. I do not. That's Lily. The only reason I would possibly advise Davynn's thing is because if Lana gets hit in the head, you guys fall from the sky.
That is fair.
Which I've been informed is occasionally suboptimal.
Occasionally.
Tis
I believe the
indeed.
phrase is splat is splat.
Splat
Yeah,
is splat.
Normally we'd
Splat
be
damage
double
doesn't
with
have a
gods, but
Splat.
physics exist here.
Yes.
It's okay. As we're falling, I can call a lightning storm, and it can kill us before we hit the ground.
That's
So
better.
yeah, maybe have Davynn cast.
That's so much better.
Better.
I can do that. Yep. They'll twin and reduce on Xyland and Kern.
Okay. Now you guys are little.
Hi guys, I'm Kern.
Why is he still so handsome?
I don't like this.
Okay, so you guys are both.
I'm little.
The spell ends. Disadvantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. Target's weapons also shrink to match its new size.
I got a mini hammer.
You have a tiny hammer, and Xyland has a tiny greatsword that screams in a much higher pitched voice now. They do 1d4
By
damage.
tiny greatsword, do you mean sword?
No, tiny greatsword. It's got to use 2 hands, so it's still a tiny greatsword.
Come on, guys, let's go save our friends.
Joking. Just joking.
Wow.
I regret this already.
Yeah.
Me too.
Here we are.
It's not too late to turn him into an
But
evil.
it is too late because I already used that spell.
That's fair.
Onward.
I'm gonna die.
So everyone climbs on the back of the Pegasus, which is, again, still loaded down with 4 people. Well, 3 people. And you don't know where Hildreth is, so you're leaving him behind.
He'll be fine.
He'll
He's
be
probably
fine.
following us from the shadows.
Okay.
Where is that silent spell
I was
when we need
literally
it?
I was scrolling my spell list as you said that.
Okay.
God, we're so good at conserving our
It's
resources.
a ritual, it's fine. We had to listen to him for 10 minutes.
And then we go.
Alright. Where are you headed? Just to the... Are you gonna try and follow the path from above? Or are you just gonna fly until you see something
I propose
interesting?
we get a generous distance in and then go lower and look for the path.
Okay.
I just wanted to point out, by the way, I just realized that my produce only lasts for a minute, so maybe the polymorph
On second
plan
thought, you're an
actually-
eagle.
Oh no! All
Or
right.
maybe we can have Xylan be the eagle since he's not here. That way you can still talk.
Okay.
Yep, that makes sense.
Okay.
I think Xylan would like to be an eagle, plus that will let your hair flow in the wind.
Yeah.
Blow majestically in
Yeah,
the wind.
that's much
A
sexier.
red flag.
Kern running on polymorphed animals is just going to be a recurring theme.
It is. It is. Totally is. Every animal can have awesome hair. Okay. So we have Pegasus with Lana and Davynn, and then we have Xylan, the magic eagle, lived by the sea, with Kern and his majestic hair. And you guys are headed in the general town or direction of the town, and then try and locate the pass to follow.
Yeah, we're going way up because we don't want to see. We don't want people going, oh, I think 4 people just invaded the pass.
Define way up.
Is it like
To the
cloudy
point where we're in
today?
danger of getting frostbite.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, that is certainly an issue. The wind up here is very cold, bitingly cold. You can see beyond the trees, the mountains scoring even higher. Actually, you can kind of see the town below. You can see the smoke, and then in the distance. Oops, wrong picture. I can find it. There we go. That's the one I want.
Then you hit a wall, like birds flying into a window.
Ooh.
You can see from your height beyond the path as it just burrows deeper into the mountains. The mountains themselves don't seem to have an end. You just keep ascending into the clouds. Snow covered and stark and cold. But you can see there are bits of architecture that sort of dot the crags above. These are old structures, some built into the mountain as pictured, others that were standing more on free slopes and have begun to fall into ruin. You can just see, but I mean, think Stonehenge. These are massive stone building setups, arches that have begun to decay. And they are everywhere.
It's pretty cool.
Up here.
That is pretty cool.
So this is, how long have we been flying for?
Again, if you're high enough, you can see the vast majority of this. So within 20 minutes or so, you will have gotten over the town to where you can kind of make out where the path should be. But the mountains and the stone buildings and that sort of thing is a fairly panoramic kind of view. Like it is in the immediate distance and in the far distance. Yeah, you can make out the outline of all these different massive structures sort of dot the landscape.
Can we make out specific forms like wagons?
Possibly. If you get closer.
Tops?
Right now you're sort of up in sky mode view. You'd have to get closer to see actual people.
Let's get past the town and then start descending.
Okay.
Yeah. And over
Following
the
the path.
checkpoint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. So once you dive down a little bit lower, you can make out the rooftops below that you're passing. Past the archway onto the mountain path.
Does there appear to be anywhere that like the Essen hippies are putting up their stuff?
There are, thankfully, again, they all wear red and orange, so they are easy to see, even from above. And there are quite a few of them along the road. They appear to still be in some form of preparation, only it's not decorative. They are setting out big pots, like big copper urns almost, along the mountain path. Because again, it is fairly long. So every now and again you'll see 2 or 3 kind of in a cluster doing their thing. And just beyond the path and off to the right is a flat area where there appears to be a lot of them, and there is a massive stone temple, very much in the style of the ones further off in the distance. Big stone Gothic looking thing that is half in shambles, but the front half, the place where they're all swarmed around, is still in fairly good repair by the looks of it. The path itself and the areas immediately outside the path, those cliffs, are completely free of snow, as is the clearing and the temple. But everything else around it is buried in several feet of snow.
Well, how about what we do is we're probably pretty sure that the hags aren't going to be at that temple, right? Or like that stone structure thing, right, guys?
Yeah.
I mean,
Unless they're in on it, but I don't think that's the case.
yeah, I don't think that's probably the case. Unless, no, because she went up before all this happened with like the explicit purpose to get there before the roads got shut down, right?
Yep.
So how about we continue on the path until we're outside of like where they're doing their setup?
So just
And continue traveling then.
Sounds good.
Alrighty. Oh dear. So as you continue north, maintaining we'll say visual range. So you can see them, you can see the temple, you can make out the curves of the path. Lana, does your Pegasus have a Constitution saving throw?
Give me 1 sec to pull up Pegasus stats here. Oh boy. Oh no. It's proficient in almost all of them. Not that one.
Ooh.
Big oof.
Big.
That's... Yeah.
I gotta roll some dice.
Horse be gone.
Give me a moment. How many hit points does your horsey have?
59?
Oh, well, okay. Okay.
Hey Davin, if we start to fall from the sky,
What?
hang on to me.
Okay.
No reason.
Probably was gonna do that.
And
What?
Good.
as far
But
as
in a different way.
Eagle. Eagle. Can the eagle also make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh, we'll find out what the eagle stats are.
Eagle
Hey,
stats.
I got you, fam. You're in trouble though. Your con is +1,
Alrighty.
and you have 26 hit points.
Alright.
I believe in you.
That's
I
the
don't
wait, hold on,
believe
that's the
you.
giant eagle?
Yeah.
Oh, giant eagle sucks.
Oh, giant eagle.
I should have picked something a little harder than CR1.
It's fine.
Okay. Giant eagle. You lucked out and take 19 points of damage.
Ooh.
Pegasus, you took 39. And unfortunately, both the Pegasus
Ow.
and the giant eagle are blind. As you guys continue up north and begin to leave the area of the sort of the conclave, the temple. Yes.
I think now would be a good time to land.
Yeah.
We should consider landing.
You are assaulted by one of those aforementioned bright
Wards.
bursts of light.
Oh, no.
Which also means that Davynn, Kern, and Lana, please make a con save as well. You won't take damage. This is just see if you're blind.
Hey, I took something to be better at this.
This could be better.
Could be better.
This too.
Those could be better. Blind. Okay. So, you two are both, Davynn and Lana, you're both blinded. Kern, you're fine. None of you take damage, but the light does disorient you.
Ah! Lana, where are we going?
I don't know, I can't see!
Ah, that's bad! Just go up, go up!
Angry.
We won't let,
Nope. Guys, just calm the horse down, make it fly level and straight. I'll come over to you guys
They can't
and guide you down.
None of them can see!
Wait, who said that? That was Kern's
Who the
dulcet
fuck
tones,
do you-
right?
And Xylan is blind as well.
The eagle's also blind.
Yeah, the eagle's
so you have
also
to direct Silent
blind.
over to us, who are blind.
I know.
So roll a
But
handle
I am
animal.
staying calm,
Handle animal.
cool, and collected. I will give directions in a concise and direct tone to everybody in order to get us down to the ground as safely as possible.
All right. Do a handle animal check for me, Kern, just because it amuses me. See
Not
how
bad.
successful you are. You shouldn't be. Yeah, see? So you keep Xylan fairly calm. You keep Pegasus fairly calm. A lot of squawking and calamity as you try and guide this group to the ground without crashing and burning and everyone dying.
Yeah.
Okay. So you do make it to a patch of the road. The clerics have been here obviously, because the pots are here, but there are no clerics here at the moment. So you're just sort of stuck in the middle of this craggy path, blocked on both sides by canyons about 10 foot tall. They're climbable. They're rough enough that they would be climbable, but they are also pretty sheer. So it would be a challenging climb.
All right.
But you are at
we on
least
the
on
ground?
the ground. Yes.
Yes.
Are we on the ground? I can't quite tell yet.
We're on the ground.
Uh,
Okay. Yes, we are on the ground. I'll help you guys off the off the Pegasus.
No, never mind. I got this. No, I don't. No, I don't. No! Ow!
Lots of...
Haha! Stop the landing.
Alright. So, I think it's probably best to go on foot from here until we can recover our sight and just conga line it.
Oh,
Alright.
probably.
Yeah.
Alright.
Let's see if I have anything that actually will help. Did I prepare this? No, I did not. Sorry, guys. I can't help you.
Oh wait, he's an eagle. Never mind. I was gonna say I'll look at silence fellows, but he's an eagle.
We can punch Zyland, or you can drop his form, and he might still be able to see afterwards. But then again, that would be potential waste of a spell slot. Hello?
I'm here. I'm. Is that the plan? Do you guys want to change him back, or do you want to keep him as eagle?
Let's keep him.
I think
Let's
he
just
likes
conga
being
line.
an eagle.
Yeah, behind
All right.
Kern, we should be alright.
Okay.
We'll have Eagle's Island on the this. Well, since eagles can't really walk.
Yeah, it's yeah, a weird gait to him. Okay, so you've got your little conga line
Unfortunately,
set up. Go ahead.
I did not prep Lesser Restoration today, so sorry, guys.
You didn't.
It's fine. We don't need to see.
No, it's okay. It didn't last very long.
Kern, it's all your fault that we went into with the plan half cocked.
That we rode right over the area that was exploding the night before. It's fine. It's all fine. So yeah, you form your little conga line, and you're heading north up the path still?
Yep.
Okay. As I said, blindness doesn't last terribly long. It only lasts for a minute. So yeah, it's very minor. After a while, your guys' eyes clear, and you can see where you are. There's a little bit of snow blindness because it is a fairly bright day, and once you kind of look beyond up into the mountains, you can see the light reflecting off the snow. That's also a bit of a dazzle effect, but not blinding.
Cool.
So you guys are treading along, and again, the clerics clearly have been here, or have marked this as their own, judging by the pots that you occasionally see as you travel northward.
Last time that we scryed on Lily, she was still in the wagon, right?
No, she's in a like a lab or something.
Oh, then we need to hurry up then.
Guess. I know. Should we take to the air again?
It didn't seem to go too well for us. Just go on foot, but double time, maybe.
Okay.
Alright. You guys continue along.
Hope y'all can keep up.
Clank, 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 clank. You guys continue along. After a while, you stop seeing the pots along the side of the road. They're more spaced out, and then eventually they stop appearing altogether, and the clear path begins to get snowed in, very subtly at first. Just the snow starts to lop over the sides of the cliffs and starts to build up, and your walkway gets slightly narrower and narrower as you continue along. There hasn't been a break for an offshoot for a while. It's just been this corridor for the longest time. And it looks like it just continues to get, the snow continues to get deeper as you head up. But at least you're sheltered from
We want to get on our flying things and go up to the top of this crag.
Don't even need to do that. Here, watch me. Climb speed!
It's Isaac!
Alright, yeah, definitely make a climb check. Davynn, thank you.
That could be better, but...
No,
does that have to be athletics? Oh,
yeah. Boy. Yeah, acrobatics.
Climbing is pretty damn athletic.
Yeah, the acrobatics is not going to hurt you here. Hey! So you guys scale the wall. Davynn gets there first. Moves faster.
I will ride up on the flying things that we have so that we don't have to be in danger falling.
So you get to the top of the cliffs, and it is predominantly snow as far as the eye can see. The forest does start to crowd in after a while, but it is, again, it's super craggy and mountainous up here. You don't really see any fires. You don't see any symbols of civilization outside of the crumbling ruins that dot the landscape. If there were wagon tracks or footprints or anything like that, the wind's blown them away.
Well, looks like we're out on the edge of society, guys.
Does look like. Should we just keep on going then? We could try taking to the air again, but if more of those pop up, that probably wouldn't be good for us.
I think that we're pretty much safe from that now, since we're not over that area.
We should probably pop the cure wounds into the eagle first, and maybe the Pegasus.
Can we take maybe a brief rest?
Oh, like a short rest?
Yes, like one of those.
Well, then we'd lose the eagle.
Oh, yeah, we will lose the eagle.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
And that's a 4th level.
Can we actually hop on the Pegasus right now? I just like go straight up so that we can get a better view.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll hop
Well,
on
and
the
then
Pegasus.
just, keep traveling in whatever direction we decide to go.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys pop straight up, get back into your bird's eye view mode, sky mode. And again, you can see forests that are now sort of crowding in and dotting the winter landscape. The path does not open up as far as you can tell. As far as the snow just continues to get deeper the deeper you go into the mountains.
And this looks all relatively recent.
The snow, yeah. The wind's been blowing pretty heavily since last night. It did snow even down in town. It snowed last night. You woke up to frost. So yeah, the snow seems recent, and the further north you go, the more you get into like permafrost and stuff like that. These areas don't look like they're ever uncovered, judging from the amount of snow that's here.
Right.
So yeah, the further north you go, the more you're going to run into deeper and deeper snow and fewer and fewer paths. The crag road that you're on is the only major thoroughfare that you can even make out, and it's been chiseled into the rock essentially.
Right.
Now you do see from bird's eye view, so I'm going to make a perception check, see how well.
I guess. Guys, hopefully.
No.
Wow. Lana is cold, but she's unhappy. She doesn't be here anymore.
Oh no.
Kern is snowblind.
Okay, hold on.
Davynn is snowblind. Oh no!
Everybody's bad.
Everybody is snowblind. So yeah,
What about...
all this twinkling white. What about what?
I was gonna ask what about Zyland's eagle eyes, but also he couldn't tell us.
No,
anything.
he couldn't. He could fly in that direction though. What's his perception modifier? As a giant
Advantage with like +2, I think.
Alright.
All of that sounds right. I'm pulling it up again.
Oh.
Slowly.
Well, I rolled a 16, so
Hey,
does he have advantage
the
as
giant
an
eagle stat block
Yep.
doesn't.
Anything that
Yes.
relies on sight.
All right. Yeah.
And a +4.
+4. All right. Well, Eagle's Island pulls off to one side and starts heading off to the east, pulling guys off course. And I'd say he's going like a bat out of hell, but he's an eagle.
Xyland, what are you? Stop, Xyland, what are you doing?
We should probably follow them.
Onward.
Yeah. This is a
Don't make me
perfect
punch you.
plan.
Please drop a Cure Wounds into that eagle. If we hit another word, you're gonna drop like a rock.
We're fine.
What's the worst that could happen?
You in time.
We're fine.
We're fine.
We're fine. We're fine.
All right.
Yeah, Xylan starts heading off to the east. You're not really sure what he's headed for, because you didn't see anything. But he's making a beeline for a cluster of trees. Not terribly far from the road, maybe 400, 500 feet from the road. There's no path that you can see. It either doesn't exist or it's been snowed over. But as you get closer to this cluster of trees, you can kind of see what caught his eye. There are little ribbons and little strings of shiny bits, like little flattened metal and things like that are catching the light. And that seems to be what he's beelining in for.
I'm getting
movement.
Witcher 3 bog hag vibes.
Kinda, yeah, except not as gruesome. Like these are actually pretty, and they're sort of decorative.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
But the same kind of idea. They're strung up in the trees, and they're hanging from the branches, and they're kind of swaying in the biting wind. But yeah, as you get closer, you can see the way the light catches them would definitely have caught Xylan's attention, especially as an eagle. So he lands just outside this cluster of trees, snatches one of the dangling strings of metal, throws it down on the ground, stomps on it with a talon because he's Xyland. Shows
Sounds about right.
dominance.
I'll look at
Okay.
the
This is
insignia on
something.
the stuff.
There really isn't much. The metal bits look like they've been hammered out by hand. They're really rough and uneven. They weren't pressed out or done in a manufactory. They were done in somebody's smithy, someone who's not a very good smith, for that matter. And
What does a what does a ritual cast of detect magic say about them?
a ritual cast
yeah.
of detect magic says that they're just metal. They don't ping with anything magical. You do, however, sense a very faint source of magic deeper in the woods.
Onward.
On foot, but yes.
Oh.
Alright. Creeping through.
We should do this carefully. Clank.
Yeah, clang, 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 as the sound of plate metal is carried on the breeze. And Xylan in his giant eagle form, squishing between the narrow stands between tree trunks. Are you guys actually going to sneak?
What?
Are you actually choosing to sneak, or are you just going to walk?
I think we're trying to sneak.
Okay, go ahead and roll
Yeah.
sneak for me.
I got a 13.
Yeah, it's
Hey.
not bad.
That's all above 10.
I don't know what kind of stealth a giant eagle has.
Hmm.
Probably not great.
I think it's like a +4.
He rolled well, though. He rolled 15, so it's not bad for being a giant eagle. Okay. You guys are sneaking. You're so quiet, so stealthy. And you come through the trees to like a half clearing. It's not even a full clearing, it's just a little half clearing. And here some of the snow has actually been melted away. So you can see in the ring of snow outside of the center, you can see faint wagon tracks that lead to the center spot, which is all brown grass and a very rough mud track. And in the center of this brown dying patch of matted grass is a wagon of sorts, battered and broken and tipped on one side. One of the wheels is shattered. It's very small though. It's not what you would see in a caravan. It doesn't have a top or anything like that. It's basically a glorified cart. Definitely seen better days. Looks like it's been rotting here forever. And
Not blue.
Not blue. No canvas at all. No, and no items inside either. The only bits of material scattered outside of it are parts of the cart itself. Splinters of wood, metal bands from the underside, spokes from the wheel. This thing is not drivable. It's tipped on one side. And where the horse would go, the harness bit, there are horse hooves that led from the snow to that location, but instead you see a young man, maybe 25. He's got sandy brown hair, kind of a patchy, I'm doing my best sort of beard. He is physically attached by leather to the 2 poles that would attach him to the wagon if he were a horse. He's also laying on his side. He's also seen better days. His clothes are ripped and his bare feet are muddy. He has been dead a while.
Oh, that was probably a person. That was an animal and that was a person.
Yeah.
So when they die, they become human again?
Seems. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's something to do with this mountain. The other ones didn't seem to be human again. Remember the pig head?
No, that was just illusioned. It was a human head.
Yeah, when you guys busted
okay.
Yeah, when you dispelled the illusion, the head was human again.
Oh, I thought that was transportation. Okay. I guess we're on the right track then.
Yeah.
Are there any other tracks leading away from the cart?
Yes. There's actually 2 sets. One set is continuing east, basically. It's on the far side of the clearing where the snow picks up again. And it heads directly east, and then sort of at like the 2 o'clock position, assuming that we're 12, at the 2 o'clock position, there's another set. And these are cart tracks or wagon tracks. Wagon tracks and horse hooves in the snow.
Right. So the horse hooves are the ones that probably led to the cart.
Probably.
Coming here. And then somebody probably offloaded the cart and made the second set of tracks going to 12 o'clock.
Possibly. Hard to say. Can't tell. Because it looks like they're both coming and going on both of these trails. They're not one-way trips.
Let's follow the not horse tracks.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Yep.
So you wander off. The giant eagle.
Going on the non-horse tracks.
Yep. Following cart tracks.
The not cart tracks, the ones without the carts and the horse hooves.
Oh, they both are cart tracks. One has
never
horse
mind.
hooves and one does not.
All right, so the one without the horse hooves then. Does it have other types of tracks or just straight up cart?
It's a cart and boots, but it's one way. The track that goes directly north has wagon tracks and horse hooves, and it looks like it was used 2 ways. They've got horse hooves all over the place. It's not just one direction, but the 2 o'clock trail, it's a cart and 1 set of human footprints, and it looks like it only goes out. It doesn't look like it comes back.
Yeah, let's go down that one, because anybody who's strong enough to pull a cart like that.
And it has to be relatively recent with all the snow for us to be able to see this stuff.
All right. You guys choose to follow the 2 o'clock tracks.
Yes.
Cutting through the woods Again, these are old growth trees, old forest. The snow is fairly deep. Once it starts to accumulate, once you're away from that clearing where it's been melted away, you're looking at about a foot of snow. Once it gets into full swing, yeah, it's definitely no joke. And whoever was traveling with the cart was clearly walking through it as well. You can see the big clumps where it's been disturbed. As somebody taking fairly big strides and busting up the snow as they go. You can almost fit your feet into theirs as you go through, which makes the going a little easier, but it's still fairly slow. And it does take some traveling. Eventually you break from the trees and you're once again under the bright glare, that brittle winter sunshine. And from here, now with the landscape opened up a bit, you can see there is a small cluster of buildings that the tracks seem to be leading to. These are very similar to the house style that you saw in Soulskin. They're wood and thatch. They're built very low to the ground. There's a central fire pit that has a fire in it. You don't see any people or animals outside, not even chickens or that you would normally associate with farms. It doesn't look abandoned, but it looks buttoned up.
So, like, they're hunkering down for the winter?
Probably, yeah.
Well,
Let's go talk to some people. Ask them some more questions.
yeah, see if they know anything.
Onward.
Onward! Alright. Make your way through the snow.
I know you said, Kern, that we could be nicer, so we'll try being nicer.
And when that doesn't
But
work,
also, yes.
Okay. As long as we're trying.
Okay, but first of all, you weren't here for the entirety of the first thing, so we did try.
yeah.
Okay.
They did. Alright, you guys tread your way through to the clearing, but the snow is still there, but much less, driven back by the central fire a little bit. And you can see lights on in the windows. The windows actually have glass in them, which is uncommon this far out from civilization. So they are insulated as best they can. There is candlelight coming from the inside and a fire coming from each building. One looks more like it's a stable than anything, though, given the double doors. They are shut, though.
Guess we'll go to the house-ish thing? Or the most house-ish looking one?
Yeah, so there's two that look fairly house-like. One that actually has the shutters open, you can see past the glass, and there's candlelight inside. The one in the back is the same shape and style, but none of the windows are open. And then there's the stable-looking one. So you go to the most house-ish
So
one.
the one with the open windows.
All right. Big, thick door. Made from local wood, obviously. And it's been painted along the windowsill with a jaunty little... very similar to the metal shapes that were hammered out at the edge of the forest.
Right.
They look like kind of petals and things, but very roughly painted in bright colors that have been worn away by the sun and wind. Surround the door. And they're also on the windowsills, now that you're closer. They're a pretty jaunty little thing. Who's gonna knock?
Knock.
Knock, 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 knock.
Everybody knocks. Knock, 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 knock. Door swings open. Just a group. Jehovah's Witnesses show up.
Sorry, what?
Sorry, I was checking to see who it was. Sounds like Sin's
all
gonna
of us
come
are
in.
knocking.
Yeah, we're all pinging. Okay, so everybody knocks. Door swings open, and true to stereotype, there is a mountain of a man behind this door. You cannot see the upper part of his head because it is above the door frame. He is a huge guy, dressed very heavily in furs, although it looks like he might have been in the process of removing some of them, because he's got very heavy pants and fur-lined boots on, but he doesn't have a coat. You can see the tail edges of a big fur coat kind of hanging on a chair in the background. But just a massive dude. Easily an inch or two taller than Kern himself. He's, yes. Massive beard, kind of gray, but nothing super decorative about his clothes. It's very, very basic. His nose is bright red. The tips of his ears are bright red. And he kind of pokes his nose out a little bit. Y'all lost?
Hi! You are big.
He is a good.
Davynn, you can't just say that.
Foot taller than you are easily. How'd you folk get out here all this way?
We've been traveling for a bit, and it's cold's getting to us. We did see, we saw some tracks, and we followed them here. Would you mind? Would you mind if we came in to get out of the cold for a bit?
No, not at all. Come in. Probably frozen.
Thank
you have a wagon, a horse?
No.
Kind of. As I look back at the Pegasus and the
giant eagle.
We have a unconventional horse.
Huh? What kind's that kind?
The feathered and flying kind.
Oh. So he had moved aside to kind of let you guys in, but now he sort of positioned his body back so he's blocking the doorway again, which is an easy thing for this man to do. The house was obviously built for someone much smaller. Where'd you say you were from?
We're from
Davynn. I'm from Whitfeld.
Yeah.
Oh.
And where'd you get the horse?
We found it.
She familiarly found it.
Borrowing it from a cleric.
Pokes his head out past you all. Sees your giant eagle as well as your Pegasus.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Oh. You're one of the Grove?
We're loosely associated with friends-ish. The Grove.
Okay.
We're actually kind of headed up to the mountain to help out the Grove.
Oh. Well, that's fine then. That's the only time I ever see one of those, you know, and he points at Xylan. No. That's
Yes, he is a druid.
Is
Davynn's just going wom, still as an eagle.
I'm leaving him as an eagle so he can't say
he can't talk. Let me get them inside. You all get inside and get warm. Yeah, I'm Slot the Druid. Absolutely. I was just about to put some food on. I have enough for everyone, I think. But yeah, make yourself at home. I'll take care of your animals.
Sounds good. I will go inside.
All right. Then he does.
Likewise.
It's warm.
It is. It is a very warm, kind of, again, very low and long type of a house. So very Viking style house. You can see the cross beams. The biggest feature in here is obviously the fireplace. It's a massive stone. It's braced on both the inside and the outside to support it. He does have a pot, but it's pulled outside. He hasn't started making anything yet. The furniture is made out of wood mostly, really heavy, really clunky. There's nothing fine or delicate about this at all, and a lot of it is rough hewn. Looks like it was done by hand by someone who's not terribly skilled. There is a bed in one corner. It's all one room. And yeah, this guy doesn't own much, and what he does own is hanging on the walls or sitting on a table. There's a lot of boots, many different pairs of boots lined up next to the door. Most of them are massive and highly lined with fur and made of very thick leather. He took his coat with him when he left, but it too was very heavy leather, fur lined, and he's definitely accustomed to living out in the moons. So he watches you guys come in, shuts the door behind you, and you can see him through the window as he trundles out to rally up your animals, including Xylan the giant eagle. And
we need to think of better cover stories, you guys.
herds them off to the stable.
I have no idea what you're talking about. That went perfectly.
It's still in the process of going. So we will try to...
Let's just be honest about everything except for the fact that we're using magic.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Okay.
So what do we want out of this guy? One, has he seen that dead guy that's hooked up to the thing? And two, has he seen anybody come through recently with a blue wagon? 3, is there anybody up north that's like any like civilization up north? Kind of
Sounds like a good list.
You guys are prepared.
Okay, cool. We have goals.
As you get your story straight, the door kicks back open, and he comes in with it looks like a side of ribs, as in animal ribs, over one shoulder. They are raw. But he comes lugging them in. They look like they've been either aged or smoked or not. They're not fresh.
Right.
But he comes on and he slaps it down on the table, the long table where you're all sitting, and throws off his coat, just sort of tosses off to one side, tamps his boots a little bit, pulls a knife, a sizable knife, out of the side of his belt, and starts very casually butchering the piece of meat he's just brought in, as he engages each of you in turn. So I got your animals stabled. They'll be warm enough out there.
Thank you.
I'm glad you can warm yourselves a little bit. It's a little cold to be out. I wasn't expecting to see... well, I guess you did say you were on business from the Druids. Normally, with the Saints' Day and everything, we don't see a lot of folks up this way.
Yeah. Well, thank you for taking us in.
I don't think we caught your name.
Yeah, and I'm Kern, by the way, as well.
Good to meet you. My name's Vader.
Vader.
Vader?
Vedyr, yeah. Vader.
Nice. Vader.
Vader.
What?
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 Oh, sorry. I thought Lana just rolled for stealth.
Me too.
Oh. I'll put it in the chat box there.
Vader.
Vader. So, yeah, it says he's butchering this meat and he's tossing it into the pot. So he's literally tossing it over your heads as he separates each rib, and he kind of flings it. He's hit it every time so far, though. Like, this is clearly old hat to this man. As he starts
So, I had a question. Davynn's eyes are like watching every verb as it arcs over his head. That cart outside, there's a person hooked up to the... Wow, that is really impressive. There's a person hooked up to the cart.
Person hooked up to a cart.
Yeah, probably about maybe, a mile away from here or something? Was it?
At the crossroads?
Yeah, the crossroads, yeah.
Oh, I haven't been there in a couple days. Bought some meat Then he gestures with his knife as he cuts what he's doing. I hold my own cart out there
Does it?
and back.
Yeah, I think those are the tracks that we saw and that brought us here.
Likely.
Yeah,
Tracks
was
tend to
it
freeze.
like a brown-haired guy? Maybe like 20s or so?
At the crossroad?
Yeah, the person you bought meat from.
Oh, no. Woman. I deal with her well, lately. About once, twice a month. Nice enough. Plenty of livestock. Always happy to get rid of it. She was there.
She go by the name
Don't suppose she gave you.
Xanon? Yannon?
Yeah.
Yanon?
No.
You not?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I didn't ask for her family history. She had livestock that looked decent. You don't get livestock this far up north very often. I bought 2.
I start looking at the ribs that are being thrown into.
He's just cutting away, cutting and tossing. And no kid there.
Was that a?
Yeah.
Sorry. Was it a blue wagon?
Yeah. Bright blue. Pretty.
It's cool.
Okay, I'm also looking at the ribs of horror now.
At the crossroads, your tracks kind of veered off, but there appeared to be a more well-traveled path. Is there anybody? Is there like a?
You're talking about the manor house. Yeah. Yeah. If you go due north at the crossroads, you will end up at the manor house.
Who lives there?
Lord Vatron lives there.
Vatron.
Old family house. Even simpler. Vatron.
Oh.
Old family house. Been here forever. I think it's just down to the last of them now. Kind of an odd little duck. Don't really see him. He's got a caretaker or housekeeper, something along those lines, who sometimes comes down to town for him. They were there, the housekeeper. I don't know his name either, but he was at the crossroads too, probably buying provisions. The winter's been particularly bad this year.
Yeah, I can imagine. It's pretty rough out there now.
Yeah. It's a little early in the season for it, but you know, who are you gonna argue with?
Yeah.
Which is why I was surprised to see you guys out and about on your own.
Yeah.
I'm also surprised the clerics let you up this far. They got kind of a stick up their nethers about people using the pass during the Saints' Day. You made a deal.
Well, I mean, like, they're kind of ish. We're kind of cousins ish. You know.
Oh, that's not the important part.
Yeah, that's not the important part.
So he's finished cutting his ribs, now he's going over to the pot.
Hold on. What kind of animal is that, by the way?
Pig. I bought 2.
What kind?
Pig kind. Pig suckers.
What?
Pig.
I'm sorry, you're cutting off.
Oh, pig kind. I bought 2 of them. They were big. That's all that really matters.
Uh-huh. Oh.
You look a little pale. Are you okay?
It's okay. It's just the rapid difference in temperature, like sometimes makes
Elevation sickness and stuff like that. Yeah, that's all.
He takes a big breath and shoves his knife back into its holster, like, you know, God's damn it, you work with the druids, but you might not even eat pig. Mom did say I didn't have the sense God gave me that. I don't have much of the way in salad.
No. Don't feel like you have to Don't feel like it for
We
us.
brought our own provisions. It's okay. It's
Yeah.
just, yeah.
We don't intend to inconvenience you for
Oh.
very long.
It's not an inconvenience. You don't see people up here on the mountain too much.
No. No.
Is there anything? You all look a little green, if you don't mind me saying.
No.
Yeah, it's
Can we see the rest of the pig?
oh no.
Sure. Yeah.
It's not pigs once they explode.
Yeah.
The other one didn't though, because there were still illusions.
So he's just dusts off his hands and pushes the pot back into the fire. I took you to smokehouse.
Well, no.
if you want.
I was gonna give Lana a look like I will distract him so that you can cast detect magic without,
I'll just wait till his back is turned. It's fine.
Yeah, and he does. I mean, he immediately is like, yeah, the smokehouse, and goes to grab his coat and.
I'll follow.
Alright. And he walks you to
Please don't be a person.
the other
Please
long
don't be a
house.
person.
Please don't have illusion magic on this.
He flips open the bar and goes inside, and so the longhouse in the back, the one that also has windows that are shuttered, is a smokehouse. That's exactly what it is. It's got several strands of sausages and other large portions of meat that have been hung to dry. There's a very low smell of smoke to it. It's not unpleasant, but it is definitely there, and there is a haze that goes through.
Probably smells delicious.
It probably does. Yes, it probably smells wonderful if you are a meat eater. But yeah, there are 2 fresher carcasses, ones that have not been in there as long, that are off on a side table where clearly he's been butchering them. The skins and stuff are kicked into a bin underneath the table. Yeah, it's I mean, the tables are bloodstained, but it's a butchery. So
yeah,
I mean, it kind of gives you a broad expanse.
Do they ping magic?
No, there's nothing magical in here. Just delicious.
oh thank God.
Okay.
Okay, sorry, it's just, a thing from Whitfeld where we like to, at least see the animal that we are eating and stuff.
Oh. Well, I
Because, respecting nature and the hunt.
Sure. Okay. And he gives a very weird sort of like a bow, like somebody who's trying to do the sign of the cross, but they've only ever seen it done. They don't understand why you do it. So it's
doing it the opposite.
Yeah, they do
way.
it wrong. But like he's trying to, like, I respect your religion, even though he clearly wasn't raised as a druid. But he's trying though. Like, okay, well, yeah. And then he takes a moment of solemnness here. They were good pigs. I didn't name them, but they rode in the cart real well. So, yep. Good pigs.
Okay, so we don't really plan on inconveniencing you much further. I think we're gonna need to head down that other path.
But, is there anything that we could do to make up for us imposing?
Not at all. It's not an imposition. Law around here. So somebody knocks on your door, you open it up, and you let them in. Otherwise, frost giants come and shit on your house. That's a thing.
Has that happened to people
That
before?
happens.
It is.
Yes. More
So
than
the
you
frost
would
giants
think.
are the law, or
As much as anybody's law, I guess. I mean, if you don't want your house shit on, you just don't be mean.
Yeah.
I look at Kern.
and I'll give him a nod. It's like, it's true.
That's right.
Okay, well, thanks. I think we're good.
You sure you want
We
to
should
stay for
probably get
supper?
going.
Okay, that's fine. Well, be warm.
Appreciate it, Vader.
Welcome. Oh, I should probably get your fancy horses. Or bird.
It's gonna be real bad if polymorph drops like as you.
So he squirts you out of the smokehouse, and he trundles over to the stable, flips open the bar, and inside again, very warm, very well lit. He clearly takes good care of his animals. The stable is very clean, very put together. It's actually much sturdier than his house is. And he does have Xyland, the Great Eagle, and Pegasus off to one side. Clearly he did not know what eagles eat, but he put down a bucket of grain in front of each of them, of Pegasus and Xyland. So I can only imagine the look that Eagle's Island is giving you right now. But he also does have a pony, a Shetland style of pony, so it's a little fuzzier than normal, very broad, very stout, and he has 2 other pigs that live in here too. They live in the stall in the back, and they're big black boar looking things.
Do any of them ping as magic?
Pegasus and Xyland ping as magic.
Figures.
But no, his animals do not.
I also like to imagine that Xyland's bucket of grain has been intentionally kicked over.
Probably, yeah. It's been knocked over. Or he kicks it over slowly as you guys come into the stable. To register his disgust of being an eagle.
I don't understand why you guys don't let me talk to you.
The indignities of being an eagle. Why didn't you make me a giant owl?
Oh my gosh.
We needed you.
Because owls are evil.
We need you to see well in the daytime.
Okay, I see what that. Apologies, our Eagle's Island is sometimes a drama queen. Let's go, guys.
Yeah, onward.
Alright, so you reclaim your mounts. Vader locks up and trundles back to his little longhouse, singing songs of meat and
Later,
pigs.
Vader!
So you guys have your mounts again. You're once again in the cold. Snow.
That guy was huge.
Yeah. Big.
Lord. Wasn't eating person. That's positive.
So let's go follow the tracks. Sounds like there was our fake Yunnan. Tunan.
No.
Yep. Wanna follow by air or by foot?
Oh.
Might as well by foot.
Well, we know where we're going back, so we can go air to the branching path if we want, and then trudge up by foot at our house.
All right. Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
You guys make your way back to the clearing, which, again, both the travel back and the site when you arrive are the same. Same young man, same crappy wagon. So once again, we head off north.
And then we're following up the other
The
tracks.
horse set of tracks. This one also goes through, again, quite a bit of snow. You can see the parts where the horse was struggling. Like you can see where the snow had hit the horse at chest height, and it's actually acting as a plow to push through and leaving this wake of cleared snow that's only now beginning to fill back in. It's not a super long walk, it's just that it crests a hill, and that's the hardest part, is loading yourself up this hill. But once you get to the hill, you can see that down in this sort of crevasse up against the mountains, there is what could easily be described as a manor house. It's large, completely made of stone. It has what might have been a pond or a moat off to one side that has been completely frozen over. There's some sort of cobble stonework that leads up to it and forms kind of a driveway. There's at least one outbuilding that you can see that might be a stable, And it is far down into this valley, though, so it is a bit of a treacherous descent in the snow. But obviously the wagon made it, so there must be a way down if you follow the wake.
Are there obstacles or like rocks on the way down? Or is it just like a big hill?
It's hard to see. Judging by the surrounding landscapes, there should be cliffs and crags, but everything is snow covered. If you stick to just the path that's been pushed aside for you, that's pretty level. But it also kind of winds its way out and around and down. It very much takes the long way down into this valley rather than going straight down.
All right, let's follow the path then. It's the safest way. Unless we want to fly or sled.
Yeah, I pull out my shield. Or we can sled
You
down.
gonna sled?
Kern, last time I tried sledding, I got paralyzed and then basically ended up drowning in a river on top of a paralyzed crocodile. Rest in peace.
Yeah. As he like flashes back to that and remembering that.
Yep.
Remembering the argument that we had about beating Annie to a pulp so that she would revert to her real form.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
So
yeah.
I guess what I'm saying is maybe not. I'm trying to learn from my mistakes.
Yeah, you're probably right. Okay.
But it would be super fun. I agree.
You're just gonna walk down all boring like?
Yep.
Okay. So it does take
The
you...
way to raise the least amount of suspicion.
Which is true, yeah. The other downside is once you start to descend, the sides of the path, the snow that's been pushed up, get high enough that it gets difficult to see the house at some points, just because of where you are in relation to where it is. But eventually, after what seems like forever, you make your way to the actual cobblestone portion of the path. And from here, you don't see quite the distinct wagon marks or even the horse's path anymore. Things here, it's all snow covered, but it's a much lighter dusting of snow. The wind doesn't seem to bother it as much here. But you are very much standing in front of a large manor house with a fire in the chimney.
Yeah. All right. Well, what's our goal in talking to these people?
Same as last time, figure out where Tunon went.
I like Tunon.
Tunon. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
He's gonna knock.
All of
At the
us.
same time. Just one
Jehovah's
gigantic.
Witnesses again. Knock, 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 knock.
No, just one series of knocks.
Okay. Okay. It takes a couple minutes for someone to answer. But eventually a man does. It looks to be on the older side. He's probably in his 50s. White hair, decently dressed. He's got a little vest on. And fairly well-tailored clothing, although warmer than you're used to, more leather. He kind of peers out curiously. Can I help you?
We were wondering if we could speak to the master of the house, Mr. Vatron.
Lord Vatron, Lord Van Hyde, actually, but I don't think he rarely goes by his house name anymore. He is out on an excursion. Is there something I can help you with?
Oh.
Yes, actually. Did you happen to see a blue-covered wagon pass by here recently?
Not up here, but I went to the marketplace, quote unquote, the place where the trade caravans usually stop. There was a blue covered wagon, yes. I bought provisions and a small gift.
What was that last part?
A small gift.
Small gift?
Is there something wrong?
No, we were just
curious.
no. We were just looking for the lady who was driving that wagon.
When I left, she was still there.
They're interrogating him about the gift zone of truth.
How long ago was that?
Oh, it wasn't terribly long ago. She said she'd been traveling for quite some time, which is strange, but she seemed to make it up the mountain in record time, if you ask me. It's terribly tedious to travel for provisions, which is why I was glad to see her there. But it couldn't have been more than a day or so ago. Lord Van Hyde was leaving that day. So.
Do you know if she left town at all, or if she's still there, or if anybody would know?
As I said, when I left, she was still at the crossroads.
Right.
I don't know where else she would go. There's really no spot of civilization up here. Speaking of civilization, would you like to come inside?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes.
That would be wonderful, yes.
Yes.
It is quite cold out here.
So
Do you have stables, maybe? That we can keep our weird horses in?
we do indeed have stables. You have horses? Oh,
Yes. We'll take care of it.
I see.
Don't want to trouble you.
Well, you can't leave them to freeze. You'll have to excuse me. I'm not entirely used to this type of animal. How about I direct you to the stables, since you would know best how to handle them?
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he does.
I'm motion backwards for Xyland and our intelligent Pegasus to go hide somewhere. Don't raise more questions.
So he pulls on a coat and steps only a few feet out and points to the side building. The stable there is unlocked. We keep a minimal of animals here, so there's plenty of room. Feel free to set them up. I'll put on some tea.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course.
Appreciate it.
He goes back inside. You guys can... Sin, you can't do Zone of Truth because you're an eagle. Eagles can't cast spells. You did before, though. I'll just say it.
You not only did it once, but you did it twice.
You did do it twice. Yes.
We interrogated Yanon twice.
Oh, and it went so well. You're gonna be so happy.
Silent wummed basically the entire time.
Yep. Stood there,
Davynn channeled his island.
Yep.
If you aren't here, I am now the most chaotic person in our party.
It's true, he does. He goes completely, I want to see your manager. It's hilarious. Okay, so yes, you guys are able, again, it's the only outbuilding that you can locate, but there's a small stable there. There's 2 horses inside. The stable is smallish, but it's about half empty. And it could be kept in better condition, but not for lack of trying. You guys can.
We'll stable our quote horses.
And leave Xylan alone in the stable again. Having to rely on
Listen,
his...
it's just the once. We just don't want to burn through any more spell slots.
I know. And the gentleman who answered the door has left the door open a crack, as an obvious invitation.
Okay. We'll take that as an invitation to explore the entire house and read out all their family secrets.
So as you open the door, you come in. The main hall, again, it is a manor house, so the main hall is fairly large. The foyer bit, you can see that there is a staircase off to the right that leads up to a second story. There's a fairly nice carpet. It looks worn and aged, but it's very soft and still has a lot of its original color to it. That goes the length of the hallway. There are tapestries and portraits on the wall. This is very much someone who had money at some point, or may still have it. The doors are very discreetly built into the wall. They're flush with the wall, so unless you know to look for them, you don't really see them as you're looking down the hallway. But yeah, everything is built to be very, very precise, and it's kept immaculately. And so as you come in your snow-covered selves, the gentleman who answered the door seems to pop out of nowhere, probably a side door behind the tapestry. But it seems to appear from nowhere to take your coats, which he notices that you're not really using, and says that there's tea by the fire if you'd like to come and sit and warm up a bit.
Sure. Yes.
So it leads
That
you.
would be lovely. I don't think we cut your name. We know Vatron's name.
Ah, Olar.
Olamar.
Just Olar.
Are you, what's your, I guess, role here at the house? The manor.
I'm a
Yes.
caretaker. I tend to the Lord. I tend to his home. I try to tend to the stables to the best of my ability. I keep him fed and keep the house in as best condition as can be expected from our location.
Yeah. It looks like it'd be pretty difficult to get any sort of supplies up here.
Without significant travel,
Especially.
yes, it is, unfortunately. And he sort of takes you into a side parlor where he's got the tea set up and invites you to sit in fairly big, comfy chairs. And it's a nice place. And pours each of you tea and invites you to sit. It's kind of night and day from where you were at earlier today. Not that we don't appreciate visitors, but as I said, the Lord is unfortunately out. I didn't see where the trader woman went to. If she went to anywhere, I imagine she would head back to the village. There's nothing else out here for miles and miles.
What was the name of the place we came from? Soul something?
Soulskin.
What?
Soul Skin.
Soulskin?
Mm-hmm.
Back to Soulskin, right?
Most likely,
I
yes.
ask him.
Mm-hmm. That's the
Well, we
closest
just
village.
came from there, and they said that last that they saw her, she was traveling up north.
Oh.
So Olar, to kind of be frank, we're what some people might call friends of the Grove,
I see.
and it is pretty important that we find this.
I
So-
wish I had more information. There really is no place for her up here unless she has a home, but I'm confident I would know about that. I'm aware of all of our neighbors. Well, for the most part, of course. You will occasionally get foolhardy brigands who think they can escape the law. Winter sorts them
Speaking
out
of-
quickly. Yes?
The what? The winter?
The
you said?
winter, yes. Winters up here are harsh. People
Fair.
are generally not prepared for them, and they tend to bring less savory aspects of the mountains to bear.
Speaking of those, have you heard about all the rumors of hags living on this mountain?
Of course. Hags, witches, frost giants, you name it.
I heard that there was something about frost giants shitting on your house if you are mean.
He kind of gives us like a stifled chortle. You've met Vader. Yes, it is a a common cautionary tale told by the locals of the area that if you don't adhere to specific rules of hospitality, your punishment is the frost giants coming to vandalize your home. I've never personally seen
take
it.
You don't really believe in the frost giants and the hags and all those sorts of things?
I do not. No, it's all fair nonsense, if you ask me.
Out of curiosity, did you see anybody else buying stuff from that woman?
No, just Vader and myself. Again, I don't believe anyone else would be out here to buy anything from her. I did notice a few odd things. She wasn't dressed for the weather. I do remember that. She had no heavy coat or boots at all. So
Sure.
that struck me as bizarre.
So this might come as a surprise. But we're pretty sure that that woman isn't who she says she is.
Well, that would explain why the cat died.
The cat?
I bought some dried meat from her to feed the Lord's pet, his pet cat, and it passed. When I showed it to him, the meat that I purchased, that was the only thing that was new for the animal, and it was nigh on 10 years old. The Lord did some tests. He's a natural philosopher of some skill. And he said that it was actually meat taken from a creature I had never heard of. But apparently it lived further up in the mountains and was considered quite toxic.
Oh.
Which, of course...
Okay. So, the woman that...
Hold on, was that... I kind of stand up from you. Did that come from... And I described... like the rib-ish sort of meat that Vader was just cooking.
When I got it, it was strips, unidentifiable to me, but the master did say that the animal resembled a pig of some form, same general shape. He showed me a picture of it. It looked like a horrid thing to me, but I'd never laid eyes on one.
We would have been able to tell if that was a pig that Vader was taking the meat from, right? Or that thing.
Oh no.
Okay, so here's the thing.
I think we need to go back to Vader and make sure.
That woman, dangerous person, deals with really bad magics, basically. So whatever the gift is that you got, we might need to check it to make sure it's safe.
I don't have it. The Lord has it. It was nothing. It was a kitten. It was it was fine.
With stripes?
Yes. Gray. He loved it.
Hold on, a kitten. Yes.
Yes.
Can you describe the kitten's fur pattern?
It was a gray striped cat. Small. He enjoys cats, and as I mentioned, his previous cat met with an unfortunate end, and I just thought it might cheer him up.
Does that match Lily's fur pattern?
That's
that we remember?
what she looked like when you saw her. She was gray and she had stripes.
Oh no.
Where's your master now?
He's on an excursion. He has several labs across the continent. I'm not sure which one he went to.
Across the continent? How did he get there so fast?
He is a skilled man. He has a collection of things. He has some flight possibilities at his disposal. He
Oh.
takes them. I don't understand how it works, and I try not to ask.
So your master is a wizard, basically.
I don't believe that's called for, but he has.
Oh, that wasn't an insult.
Some knowledge.
We brought a flying horse.
I understand. I don't.
There's nothing wrong with being a wizard. Just pointing that out.
I'm sure he would agree with you to an extent.
Right, well, we need to, first of all, get in contact with your master.
I could send letters to his labs, but...
Is there a painting of him somewhere? We do have a
plenty.
Cleric who can maybe send a message.
Yeah, absolutely. And he points to one above the fireplace in the room where you're sitting. That is the master as a young man, and then he points to another one that's over your shoulder by the door where you entered, and that is the master 5 years ago, perhaps. The last time we got a portrait painter up here, that was an ordeal. And so between the two, yes, he's a very, very thin man. There's not a lot of excess to him. He seems very kind of tall and stretched. In his younger portrait, he's got auburn-colored hair and green eyes, and in the older portrait, his hair's gone very sandy-colored. He has a very, very tightly manicured beard in the older picture, and his eyes are a little more washed out, but he wears the fairly heavy robes, crimson and maroon robes of a gentleman, of someone with some money behind them.
I just need to make sure we don't recognize him at all.
No.
Right?
Nope. Does not look familiar to you in any way.
I just had the thought of what if this guy is Navak? And...
Oh, no. He's much taller as far as you can tell. And I'm sure if you'd asked, is he a tiny little man, we would have gotten an answer. Unless Olar is a mechanism that Navak has built to lie for him, then, that's a thing, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, should we go rescue Vader?
Yeah, I suppose so, but
Yeah.
we have a lead, at least. No, but like the pigs, did they look like pigs, or did they look like kind of pigs, where we'd be able to tell?
The photo, you would definitely be able to tell. The sketch wasn't in color, but according to what Lord Van High told me, they would be very distinctively colored, blue-black almost, with bright blue insides of the ears. They would be larger than pigs, even boars. And he says they have a terrible stench, so they should be fairly identifiable, at least as
I think we're
live animals.
Are they bearish or like man-shaped as well?
No, they just appear to be pigs.
Oh.
I'm judging solely on
good.
one illustration.
Okay.
I think we would have been able to tell and smell if they were the other pigs that Vader was eating.
Okay.
I mean, Kern, you're basically like a search light, spotlight thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when I know what I'm looking for.
Yeah, his perception's real good, but he's gotta kind of know what he's looking out for.
I am naturally attuned to like things like dangerous physical stuff like coming out, but like recognizing that a certain meat comes from a poisonous animal, not so much.
But like recognizing that the animal that we just saw was not blue and black.
Well, remember, he said that the inside of the ears were also bright blue. So that would be a pretty good giveaway if they're still alive. Once they're dead, they all look the same.
Okay. All right.
Okay, let's go back and check just in case.
Yeah.
Feel bad if we didn't.
Okay. You guys finish your tea? GTFO?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll get in contact with the master when we go up there.
Well, I can send him letters. Who should I say exactly is calling about him? And what should I say precisely you require?
Well, how about we put it Friends of the Cat?
Yeah.
Friends of the
Davynn from Whitfeld.
Cat.
Yeah. Yeah, Davynn, Kern, and Lana, friends of your cat.
Was that woman dealing in stolen goods?
Friends of your cat, who is also, by the way, probably not a cat.
Yeah.
Basically, that cat is probably our friend, who has been forcibly changed into a cat. Well, we probably should have told you that detail first.
Yeah.
Okay, so the cat is not a cat.
Nope.
No.
Or is a cat currently, but was not previously a cat. Depending on how you view what makes an object an object.
Are we really people, or are we just figments of our own imaginations?
Yeah, are we?
Do we really
or are we
exist,
dancing?
or are we?
So,
do we really exist, or do we just
hands
exist in like a collective unconscious of several people?
Please, I look forward to the master's excursions because I don't have to have these kinds of conversations.
Cool, we'll be out of here. That's all the information that we needed to share. Let's go. Maybe save Vader.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that
Possibly.
man would need to be saved, but you're free to go as you wish.
Well, he might be eating the same meat that killed the previous cat.
Oh. Then yes, because goodness knows he's not shy on his portions.
Yeah.
And so he shows you out. Again, assuring you he will write to the master, he will send multiple letters, he will simply inform the master that his cat may be stolen goods and perhaps gloss over the rest. And if I get information, how do I contact you? Or I suppose I should just let the master handle that. I mean, Lord Vatron could certainly figure you out.
Yeah, your master would probably know best to get
Something
in contact
you can
with us.
leave, a card, a token, something.
I don't know what we have. I've got my pirate stamps.
No, not your pirate stamps.
No, as in like I can leave like a stamp.
Oh, I see.
I will
don't know if that's
I will give him
personal.
half of one of my dad's Argent Order trading cards and sign my name on it.
Okay. Okay. You will accept that.
Because I only have half.
I know.
Aww.
He will accept that.
Yeah.
Well, I will make sure you're kept apprised of any new revelations. Be careful going out the drive.
Thank you, Olar.
Quite welcome. You all have a good and safe journey.
Yes. All right, let's go back and save Olar now. Post haste.
Back in the
I mean, not
stable.
Olar.
There's
Vader.
Eagle's Island and Pegasus. Ready to go. Upset that he can't use his own truth as an eagle.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah. But I guess we'll just fly straight there since we know
Yep.
where it is.
Okay, and it'll be faster anyway. It'll be much faster
Yeah.
to get out of the valley this way. Much faster to get to Vader's. Since you spent the majority of your day traveling, it is getting on into the evening. Eagle Screech of Truth. It is getting on into the evening. The sun is starting to set, but you're high up enough that you still have plenty of light to see by. everything is just starting to cast very, very long shadows. You going at a pretty good clip, as it doesn't take you terribly long to see the homestead in the horizon. There's no wood smoke anymore. The main central fire has basically burnt to gray smoke to old smoke. It has burned down significantly, and there is no additional smoke coming from any chimneys or the smokehouse that you can see from your vantage point. So,
all right.
Yeah.
We'll go and vigorously knock on Vader's door.
Okay.
I'll just go straight for the pigs. Not worried about knocking.
You're gonna go to the pigs?
Yep.
I'll handle the door. He's going to the smokehouse.
Okay. Lana is knocking at the door. Davynn is going to the smokehouse. Kern?
I was going straight to the door. I was going to go straight to the door because that's where I know Vader was getting ready to eat everything.
So you two knock on the door as Davynn heads for the smokehouse. Again, no fire going in the chimney to the house or the smokehouse. The cart that was parked outside the house has been overturned as you guys approach the door. It's hard to tell if there's been any other major issues because the area was so laden with footfall anyway. It's difficult to tell. The door itself is unlocked and open slightly enough that when you knock on it, it swings open a little of its own accord. Same thing with the smokehouse, Davynn. The smokehouse is not locked.
Okay, so I want to basically go up to the pig skin that's been taken off and put into the bucket.
Okay.
Verify it's not black and blue, and also check the ear.
Okay. So Davynn is digging through a bucket of pig skin, looking for an ear.
I've done grosser things.
Yeah, I'm sure. Lana and Kern, the house is very much as you left it. The food
Vader.
that was kicked into the fire on the cauldron is still there, and it is starting to boil over. There is no one inside. His coat is thrown up against one of the chairs where he left it. There's definitely snow inside, though. There's big clumps of snow inside by the door. Might just be his boots. It's hard to tell, but there's nobody in here.
Vader. Vader. Vader.
Okay, creature. Yeah, he's definitely within 1,000 feet of you. He's in the stables. Davynn, roll a perception check as you're digging through your pigskins.
Why do I look at things?
Oh, that's real good. Look at
That's
that.
why.
You're looking very
Because
diligently.
Sometimes it works.
Digging through this bucket of pigskin and fat and icky that's fallen to the bottom of this bucket. The skins are the same blackish color, but you find the ears, and the ears are not blue-black. They are pink, like a normal pig's ear would be.
I'll check the other two black pigs as well.
Are the black pigs, like the live ones?
Mm-hmm.
They're in the stable. Only the meat and the skins and stuff are in here.
Never mind. I will go to the stable.
All right.
I think that's probably at the time that we.
Yeah,
all
I
meet
think
up.
everyone's headed to the stable collectively at this point. Everybody's rushing to the stable.
Everybody's rushing.
Everybody's rushing to the stable. The stable door is also open a crack. The snow is starting to pile up on the inside. Coming in, the buckets where, well, Sutton's bucket was already kicked over because he's an angry eagle. But the Pegasus's bucket is now kicked over as well. It looks like there are portions of the posts, the two stall posts closest to the door. It looks like somebody has taken a clawed hand and ripped chunks out of each of them, like they were grabbing on and using it to propel themselves. Something very sharp and fairly large made those marks. And towards the back, the pony is kicking at the wall, and in the back, in the stall where the two big old boars were, the two big old pigs were. They are still there, and there is Vader in the corner of his pig pen, basically protecting his pigs. He has a massive battle axe in his hands. He's on his hands and knees. He's between himself, or he's got the pigs against the wall, and then he's in there with him, ready to slaughter anything that gets too close. But he looks scared to death. Like, he looks wild-eyed. He's looking all around him. He sees you guys come in, and he jumps up so that he's on his knees effectively with this two-handed axe ready to go. Sees it's you, but still keeps scanning like he's expecting something to come out of the walls.
Vader.
Vader, what's going on? Why are you combat ready and all that?
Combat ready. So he points the head of his axe towards you guys at the other end of the stable. I'm not sure what you are, but I don't want you on this farm any longer.
What's going on?
What do you mean?
We just got here.
Who we are?
As soon as you left, something came out of the winds. I've never seen anything like it before. And
What do you mean? What kind of thing?
it was huge. It was 7.5 foot at least. Looked like a woman, but it wasn't a woman.
Oh.
Colored of the ice and snow. I didn't see her until she was on top of me. She chased me down. She ran in here and she went for the animals. I stopped her, but not before she took a chunk out of the barn. She just left.
Did you see which direction she went?
No, I was in here. I heard her leave. I heard the wail. Can't miss it. It was...
Can I change my concentration on the kind of creature that I'm looking for?
Yeah.
Detect tag.
Detect tag. As long as you've seen a creature up close at least once.
I've seen hags before.
You have. You have seen a hag.
Yes. Doesn't Xylent have divine sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's also an
Get
But
over
he's
there,
also-
eagle. Well, now he's not an eagle.
You're just gonna uneagle him right now?
Oh, sorry. By the way, our other horse, the bird horse.
This is not what he
The
doesn't
bird
need this
bird.
right now. He doesn't need this right now.
Alright, fine, later.
God.
All right, we're gonna try to find this thing and get rid of it.
You do that. You find what it is. Kill it.
Yes.
That's the plan.
We're real good at that.
Okay.
Okay.
So you, you can go ahead and change if you want. I asked him if you wanted to talk, but I don't know if he's
What?
still... Oh, are you here?
Yeah.
You want to talk?
What are we doing?
They're gonna... You've been an eagle most of the game. They're gonna make you not an eagle, so you can use Divine Sense and track the hag.
Oh, okay. I'll do that.
Okay.
I suppose I should go under roll 20.
You don't have to if you don't
Eagle
want to.
screecher.
Or, I mean, you can take your time getting there. So...
You know what Divine Sense does.
Yeah, I know what Divine Sense does. That's what I mean. You
Yeah.
can take your time loading in if you feel like it. And if you
Detect
don't, no big
tag.
deal. I can run your character sheet. So, yeah. Between Locate Creature and Divine Sense, indeed, there was a creature that is leaving the farmstead. And you are absolutely able to determine its location and its distance. And it is through the snow. Like, it is off
Let's
in the
go.
middle of the boons.
Mario.
Let's fly after it because that will probably get us to
Yeah,
it.
that'll be faster.
You are down an eagle.
Yeah, we're
Well,
down to
turn-
eagle.
Turn me
So,
back
yeah.
into an...
I can make another eagle. First things first.
Oh god.
Is this guy injured?
He doesn't seem to be, and I don't think he'll let you close enough to figure it out.
Okay.
Like, you don't see any obvious
Well, I don't have to be
wounds.
close to him to heal him, so I'm
True.
just gonna do that anyway.
Okay.
Well, there should be a modifier on that. Roll 20 is annoying. That's 7.
Alright, 7. Alright. Yeah, you didn't see any obvious wounds or any obvious bloodshed, but who knows? Whatever took a chunk out of his barn clearly wasn't friendly.
I see this.
Uh-huh.
Yikes.
Oh god, they're probably following our tracks.
Yeah, we might need to... Let's start heading back in the direction of the other guy.
I'm assuming that's where it is.
Okay, so...
Alright, let's go there. Let's go there. Let's fly there. Fly
you
there.
gotta go to the manor
go.
house? Okay.
Well, we know where the hag is.
Yeah, you guys can track the hag.
Actually, no, let's just follow the hag.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
follow the hag.
The hag is actually heading back towards what Vader called the crossroads.
Which is where we went.
Which is where you were. So it gets there, but it keeps going. It's not stopping at the crossroads. And as you fly along, chasing this thing down between Divine Sense and Locate, you notice you're not seeing any new tracks. Whatever this thing is, it doesn't leave an impression in the snow. And it moves fast.
Of course it doesn't.
So you make your way back to the crossroads, the cluster of trees. You can either fly on top or you can fly through them. I leave that up to you.
How good does Lana's piloting feel?
Fantastic. Let's go through the trees.
Yeah, let's go through the trees. It's so much fun.
So you fly through the trees. Every now and again, especially towards the edge of the tree line, you see the glittering metal that was strung up in the branches. You fly over the center where the snow has been melted away to the grisly side of the decrepit cart and the near decapitated man. But Divine Sense is urging you onward and forward, and yes, stay on target. You continue in a straight line, coming from Vader over to the only cardinal direction from the crossroad you have yet to take, because it wasn't marked. No footprints to guide your way. Partially snowblind from the setting sun reflected back against it. You are drawn closer and closer to a small subset of crags that rise up into the clouds. From the looks of it, it is absolutely chock full of caves. You see multiple entrances, as well as small shelves that hang out and give you a good overhang protection from the weather. As you get even closer to sort of this face, it couldn't have gone any other direction. The Locate and the Divine Sense are telling you to continue forward, but the only thing forward is this rock face.
Just go slowly into it and we'll probably pass through or something.
Is it time for magic mushrooms?
It might be time for magic mushrooms.
What is magic mushrooms?
I'm concerned by the direction that this is going.
I am too.
Roll for drugs. You want to do them or should I?
We should have one person do it. Do the shrooms. I can.
Hence you or me.
I'm so concerned by this.
So
What's going on?
it depends. Do you want to burn the 6th level spell, or should I
we're
burn
burning
the 6th?
6th level spells. I'm curious.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I'm in a good mood. True sight.
Yeah. True seeing.
All right, put up true seeing.
Which the components of it are 25 gold pieces of
Mushrooms.
mushroom powder.
You guys robbed that market of
so
all
for the
their
next
mushrooms.
hour- Oh yeah.
All right. So
No, wait, Lana, don't do that. You're concentrating.
Oh, this is
Oh,
a concentration. Duration,
Never
creature has
mind,
true
okay.
sight, notices all secret doors, can see into the ethereal plane,
Alrighty, gotcha. I'm range at 120 feet. I'm here. Okay. So Lana's going to use the spell.
See things as they actually are.
You will see things as they actually are. As you approach the cliff face, it is not an illusion. It is rocks.
Dang.
Yep, they are actual rocks. But the snow around it is an illusion.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
The ground directly in front of there are 3 cave mouths in particular that are directly in front of you, and in front of these 3 cave mouths, they're about 15 feet apart from each other. The ground in front of that, in about 100-foot half circle, is actually bare of snow. Nothing there, although everyone else sees snow. So Lana, what you see instead in the center, everyone else sees a man tied down, staked, and with seemingly no assailant. His heart gets ripped out. Lana, what you see...
What gets ripped out?
His heart.
Yeah.
Lana, you can see the creature that actually does it. And it's a 7.5-foot tall, blue-skinned, silver hair, frosted over winter hag, or bur hag. After she is finished...
Hello?
Hello?
The last, 15 seconds, we didn't hear anything.
It was just a bur hag.
Yeah.
The assailant is a hag, is a winter hag. So Lana can see the actions that are going on. All the rest of you see is a man who's been staked down, and then you see his heart being removed. Yes, a bur hag. That's why I picked it. I liked bur hag. So you guys don't actually see the hag, but Lana does. And
they are promptly cued in by the sound of screaming.
Oh, I'm sure. She seems to have noticed, at the very least, your presence, and she hauls back and hurls the still jittering heart in your general direction before lumbering her way.
Flying hearts are scary!
Lumbering her way back into the cave.
I think I can fix this.
Do we recognize the man at all?
Well, are you gonna get close enough to look at him?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we may be fighting a hag shortly, but yes.
Alright. Landing, no, he does not look familiar to you. But his clothes are in the same state of repair as the man you found in the clearing. He is also not wearing shoes, and his feet are absolutely caked in mud. They are blue from the cold.
Alright, everybody else just saw that guy's heart just throw itself at us, right?
There's a hag.
Oh, okay, there was a hag. That makes it even more terrifying. We can't see the hag.
Great. Well, I can try to dispel... Well, I don't have dispel magic prepped. Shit.
So where's the hag as of now?
She went inside the central cave entrance. Again, there are 3. She went into the central one.
I think we found the hags, one way or another.
Yeah.
So we should go in and take down the hags.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah. Hag time.
We got this.
Well, plus the hag thinks that we can't see her. So
I did start screaming, but she did also throw a heart.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So maybe.
The heart also just ripped itself out, so, That's entirely reasonable that we were screaming about that.
Yeah.
Well, she's going through a whole bunch of precautions to make sure that she isn't followed. So maybe she'll underestimate us?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. I don't think that's how that works. I'm pretty sure that if anybody's this paranoid, then they don't do that. Anyways, let's go after this hag.
Yeah.
Let's go through the central cave. And see
Okay.
if we can follow her, continuing our,
So-
locate creature and stuff.
We
Hag
go
quest.
through the central cave door. Spells. Speaking of spells, are you going to leave Sin as an eagle?
No,
I think he may want to be uneagled, so I will
Okay.
uneagle him.
So Xylan is uneagled. You guys have all adjusted for your spell use? Yes?
I will in a moment.
Okay.
Hey guys, I just
Yeah.
realized I burned a lot of spells.
Yep.
Oops.
Oh well, happens.
Alright. So into the hag cave we go. And this is where we'll wrap up for this week. So hopefully we can have a full crew next session and see what lies in store inside the hag cave.
Woo!
You said Valentine's Day themed.
You know
Hags
what?
are
It
romantic.
was like the whole performance thing in the market. I had a whole side thing, but you guys never spent any time there, and you never did anything there. You were like, "We're gonna sleep outside. We gotta go do shit, and we gotta go do this." And I was like, "Okay, well,
We're
I'm
very
not."
business oriented.
Yeah, I'm not gonna railroad you into it, but next time you're in town, maybe we'll do
Okay.
the Valentine's thing. Because yes, I did have a
The
whole.
next
Okay,
traveling
cool.
troop we run into.
Well, maybe.
Valentine's
Maybe.
stuff.
We'll see.
Okay.
But yes, I did have a whole little Valentine's Day thing set up for them because I thought you guys would spend more time in town, which you didn't,
Well,
and
I
that's
have, like,
fine. Because you got
I
a
have
lot
like
of
2
stuff.
meaningful spell slots to fight hags with, so this is gonna go great.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see how many of you are gonna die. It's gonna be great. I really hope.
I've been taunting my other
Oh,
DM
good.
to kill me for like 10 months,
Oh
so
my gosh. I hope not. I don't want you guys to die, but
I appreciate that at the end of the session somebody threw a heart at us, and I thought
Yep.
that was the Valentine's Day themed thing.
we did have a couple of heart things. Like we had heart-shaped sausage, and we had the heart at the end. But no, the traveling performance was the sort of the add-on Valentine's Day thing I did because I thought it would be funny.
Hey, Kit got a hug.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah, she's traumatized for
we
life.
ship it.
Worth something.
Yeah, not
We
too
ship
bad.
it.
We do, at least.
All right, so we will.
Alright, recording is done.
We'll pick up
I
with
can, yeah.
our exciting adventure next time. Gadget next time.